Hello, and welcome to another session of Gotham by Night. With the calm before the storm now in full effect, our characters decide where they will go from here, who they will go after, what they will do, and when they will do it. But nonetheless, there are things that need to be done. So, without further ado, I'll let the players take it away.
All right, folks, who wants to go first?
You can go.
Yeah.
All right, I guess. Well, Creed's heading down to wherever the fight club's going on this time around to meet up with his contact.
Go ahead and roll me wits plus streetwise.
All right, second. Two successes.
Very nice. So you are easily able to find the club, although it has moved from its last location, as you said. And you proceed on down into the door, and your contact is actually waiting past the door. You've been given the password
All right.
and whatnot. You enter down into the basement, if you will, of a very smelly but very sweaty and active club. There is a bar in the back. There are neon lights here and there. A very large crowd has surrounded a pair of fighters who are brutally going at it. For those of you who have seen the movie Fight Club, just imagine that. Your contact is over at the bar. He waves you down. You can barely see him in this crowd, but you have a unique connection with this one. It's not hard to spot him.
All right, I'm going to stroll on up, like all arrogantly and like I belong. And I'm going to go.
Just for shits and giggles, roll me a presence plus your majesty.
Presence plus majesty.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
When
Should I add striking looks to this?
Yes, please. This is just a custom roll for Badass Walk. Let's see how he does. Hey, it's all about first appearances and making an entrance, you know? Holy shit.
Well,
So
he's a
that is
diva.
7 successes.
So, just think of the most badass walk you can. When you walk in,
Slow motion.
everything kind of like it doesn't stop per se, but even the fighters kind of like they back off away from each other and they take a look. Most of the eyes in the room are all on you, and
Well,
people are just moving almost like the Red Sea, just out of your way.
well, just to make it worse, I'm going to turn on awe during all this.
And take
Oh.
off your sunglasses.
If you turn on awe, every eye in the room is on you now,
Yeah.
and they all part.
And I'm going to just saddle up towards my mate, Max, who's still nice and enthralled, as I go and just sit down on the bar, sit at a bar stool, sort of putting my arms back onto the bar. I'm going to pop off my sunglasses at this point and look towards Max.
Hey, my man. Hey, Bucky. Free one from my boy here. It's on me. How you been, man?
I've been. I've had an interesting night.
Well,
So,
hey, look, whatever you need, man, whatever you want, like tonight is about you, okay?
right. So this is the joint, eh?
Yeah, we move around from time to time, but this is one of our main hangouts.
Who's here?
Well, in terms of contenders or in terms of betters?
Live column A, live column B.
All right. Well, column A, not much interesting happened. Most of these guys are somewhat newbies to the fighting circuit, so there hasn't been a whole lot of touching on the betting. However, we got that one guy in there. He's kind of a I don't know how to place him. Normally, I can place bets. I can, I'm that kind of guy. You know, I can look at those fighters. I can be like, that guy's gonna win. That guy's gonna lose. I'm one of your man for that. But there's this new guy come in. He's a wild card. Actually, there's two new wild cards, guy and a girl. And you know, one of them, the guy who comes in, he owns that boxing club down there that just opened up down near Gotham Sea Square. And I gotta say, he's a wild card, man. I thought he was gonna come in. He looked like shit. He wasn't gonna beat anyone. Took down one of the best fighters left. Hasn't been back here in a few weeks. And just tonight, he's back. He's over there sitting in the corner.
Going to glance over.
He looks like this.
All right. Making note of him. And the girl.
And I'll get you her picture as well.
Oh, I would have laughed if it turned out to be Lillian.
Forgive me, I feel a little bit embarrassed. Let me grab the picture really quick because I didn't download it from Christine because I'm an ass. So let me go over to overlays and I'll grab it real quick.
I mean, for
Alright.
fuck's sake, dude. Like, I'm your fucking acting secretary at this point. Do I need to download myself into your computer and make your
I-
folders for you?
It would be
Jesus.
nice. All right, saving it. They're both kind of sitting on over in the corner. And do you have Auspex? I can't remember.
No.
I
Okay.
know it is. I think.
I think you know who it is.
Oh yeah, the one you found fuckable.
All right, so bringing up picture now.
Yep. I know it.
And that's the second person who's sitting on over in the area.
All right. Going to take note of this too. Huh. Going to be interesting to see how they dance in the arena.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen some fighting, but that last fight surprised the hell out of me. I mean, he just set the record for quickest knockout we've had in this club.
Oh.
I haven't seen her fight yet, but I've seen him fight, and it's ridiculous.
All right.
I mean, like the guy comes up, right? They're squaring off. No fists are thrown. Guy comes up, nails him square in the face, clean hit, would have knocked another man's head off. This guy just stood there and looked at him. Boom, cracked him in the head. The other guy's out. One shot. It was crazy shit, man.
Well, Actually, better yet, at least it wasn't Zoe.
I haven't heard of this Zoe, but I mean, if she wants to come down and fight, we're always looking for good fighters. I mean, no offense to a lot of these guys, but a lot of our good fighters have kind of pushed away. If you could find us some contenders, that'd be kind of nice.
Having a hard time keeping fighters?
Well,
Nature of the business.
ever since the Riddler kind of started doing his thing, a lot of people have been kind of afraid to walk certain streets at night. You know, even in some of the areas that are secure, a Riddler is shown to be a bit of a problem. So
A
we've
bit of
been
a
kind of,
pest.
yeah, so to speak.
Okay. Takes note of those two and goes, so, you were talking about bedders. Who's slumming it down here?
You know, I don't like talking about him, but he's one of our biggest regulars, so I can't tell him to go out since he's got all that money. I don't like who he works for, but, you know. They call him Matches Malone. Works for the Penguin. Don't really like his kind down here, but he throws around a lot of money, so can't really tell him to leave, you know? I think he's got a gambling addiction.
I'm going to look around, see if I spot this guy.
You do. I'll go ahead and just say that your presence makes it easier to
Yeah.
spot. And you see him. Yeah, he's over sitting on a table, eating a sandwich, drinking something.
And I'm going to lean back and I'm going to keep shooting the shit with this guy, but I'm going to text Tatiana and basically say, hey, didn't one of your employees have a problem with the Penguin?
Tatiana will reply, yes, Lillian, do you have something?
Ever heard of the name Matches Malone?
Yes.
Groovy. Want to
So
see him in a chicken suit?
I want to see him in a state where he can be useful to us, if you know what I mean. Winky face.
No prob. And I'm going to go didn't think we'd have a gambler like that in town. Well, let me see what I can do to talk to him. Maybe I can get him to settle down a little. And I'm going to turn to Joe, Max, and I'm going to
Yeah, what's up, man?
give him pull out like a 20 saying thanks for the info. And as I hand it to him, I'm going to use my newest devotion, which is celebrity.
Oh my god.
Because I love playing with my devotions. So this is going to cost me 3 vitae, which I'm going to spend over a course of
Probably while you were talking to him, and then the last one's when you
over the course of while I was talking to him, basically.
All right, and what do I have to do?
He can roll me his composure plus supernatural resistance.
Is that for Matt? Or sorry,
Max, yeah.
Max. Okay. So
he's not
He has-
supernatural.
Yeah, he has no supernatural resistance, so it's just composure, which is 3. He gets 1 hit.
And this has 8s again. Because god damn it. So that's going to be 1, 2,
5. No, 6.
6 successes. So that's exceptional success. So what happens to him? As I hand him this money, is the vampire may stay out of the vampire fans the flames of his victim's enthusiasm for him, promoting him or her to rave about him or their new best friend at every opportunity, spreading his influence. At the end of the scene, while the victim is still charmed or enthralled, as long as he had made reasonable opportunity to engage in conversation with someone else, the vampire gains a temporary dot of one of the following merits: ally, fame, herd, retainer, staff, or status.
Mm-hmm.
The effects of this devotion ends when the victim is no longer under the pre-required condition, which is either enthralled or charmed.
Okay.
Attempts to use majesty discipline on anyone who's in the general location of where the victim lives or spends most of their time is gains 9 again quality, or again if the duration lasts longer than a week. Now here's the kicker: if it's exceptional success, it means I gain A against right away in the general area.
Okay. Well, he is certainly he's going to go around. Like, I take it you're having him go bet for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to get.
He's hyped. He's like, oh yeah, man, let's we'll go. You know, I got you on this, and he starts immediately going through his motions and all that.
Yeah, and I'm placing some money on the 2 uniques.
Placing money on the 2 uniques. How much you want to place on them?
I'll place about 500 each.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll place about 200. Don't want to blow money too much.
Okay.
Nice low. Don't get their attention yet.
All right.
And then I'm going to go talk with Scopa Matches Malone.
Okay, are you going to go like talk with him or just kind of eye him?
I'm going to go sit down next to him.
Okay. Are you going to be perceptive or are you just going to like kind of...
Yeah, I'll be a little perceptive as I slump down into the chair next to him.
Roll me a wits plus composure.
Three successes.
All right. And forgive me, I do not do a very good Matches Malone. Huh? What do you want?
Well, I heard you're a man of some connections.
Really? Well, if there's word going around that I'm a man with connections, I clearly haven't been doing my job properly.
Hey. I'm a man of connections as well. If you get my drift.
You can see that he's got a gun on his side that's kind of covered by his coat. And he says, well, then I take it you're here to talk business then?
Some business, some pleasure. Why not mix both? And I'm going to slowly reach into my coat and take out one of the samples of Halloween. and place it on the table. I've heard the penguin is trying to get into the whole
His hand immediately starts to slowly slide to his hip.
Yeah, I heard. Actually, I wouldn't have said penguin. I heard your employer is trying to get into the narcotics game with a certain substance. He's been doing a bit sloppily, if you ask me. This is a bit more elegant of a definition.
Uh-huh. What's it do?
He leans over. Ever have that feeling on a roller coaster? Right when your heart's about to drop? When you're
roll me a manipulation plus either subterfuge or negotiation.
This is definitely negotiation.
Okay.
So that's persuasion plus fast talking, and this is another one of my asset skills.
You have fast talking too.
Of
God
course I
damn
do.
it. I should have known. I should have fucking known.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
You're rolling very good tonight.
Yes.
He kind of looks, he nods, and he lets you continue.
When your heart's about to drop, when everything's going through the line, when your adrenaline's just at the peak there. That's the feeling you get when you take Halloween.
Uh-huh.
Like the spooks
Now,
are at play.
You have to understand that I don't, I've never done business with you before, and I can't exactly do it here in this place. And now that the merchandise would need to be tested. Can you make more?
As much as need.
As long as you pay up front.
He kind of looks and he says, well, we're going to need to sample the product.
Hands him over the vial.
Hand him a vial? Okay.
Yep.
Takes the vial, puts it in his pocket. He's like, I'll be here tomorrow night. I'll let you know how the product worked. Not going to sample it myself, of course. Rule number 1 about selling merchandise: never get addicted to the merchandise.
Of course. And I offer my hand to shake.
He will shake.
And as he does so, I'm just going to try to use Confidant on him.
Okay. Does he need to roll anything, or is it just a minus?
It's his composure minus his composure plus supernatural resilience.
Right. So he has no supernatural resilience. However, he is a mobster and he is well composed. So he has composure 4. He only gets 1 hit. Interesting. I believe even on social things like that, Defender wins.
Yeah. So he doesn't get, but he doesn't notice it either.
Mm-hmm. He just shakes your hand.
I'm going to do a little frown and try again. And I will spend a will this time around.
Okay. What are you going to do after you shake his hand? Are you just going to do it like in the same handshake, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes to pull away from like your handshake, and he's like,
Okay, that's much better.
All right. Watch, he'll get 6 hits with 4 dice. No. Oh, almost. No.
But that's one. This has 9s again, by the way.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. Nice. You got him.
Yeah.
Be right back. My alarm's going off.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, That's 10.
Try to count. You got him.
No, I'm just seeing if it is exceptional success.
As soon as you go over 5 successes, it's
Yeah, no,
exceptional.
I was just making sure that I was counting that it was all 9s and not 8s.
The normally for successive attempts, like it's storyteller's call, obviously, but
Alright.
it would just be a -1 to cumulative -1 to each attempt.
What's the call?
No, it's
Like
nothing.
11.
No, it's not a big
I
deal.
counted
I mean,
11.
in all honesty, even
Yeah.
even with a substantial minus to the successes thatself,
Yeah.
That was a pretty
he
insane
did.
number of dice.
He even if we take away the successes, he still beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, I was just checking if it was exceptional. And I go, and I'm basically going to say, as I let go of his hand, go, oops, sorry. Now, are you sure I can't convince you in any of my product? You seem like a guy who likes to party.
you got something to calm the mind.
Of course I do. And I'm going to,
I can make a purchase of that. Little something.
all right. And I'm going to go through a list of certain downers. Stuff that will calm his mind, but also weaken his composure.
Yeah, he'll take one.
All right. I'm going to charge him like $100 for a pop.
He pays.
Right.
He also has Addict 3, so this should be interesting.
Right. So does he just take it there, or?
Yeah, he literally just like takes a little.
Now then, why don't we try something a bit different?
Yeah, what you had in mind?
From this point on, why don't you work for me? And at that point, I'm going to do enthrall.
Okay.
And I'm spending the willpower
Okay.
to use my devotion. So,
A lot of willpower spent.
yeah, this is my second willpower spent.
That's
He's like,
actually.
Creed goes into Fight Club, comes out with no willpower.
That's the only reason I brought up the successive thing. I was like, this guy's gonna burn through all his fucking willpower, and he doesn't even need to, probably.
I know, but I'm spending a willpower to activate a devotion.
Yeah, the devotion takes willpower. Yeah. That's different.
Yeah. So that's going to be 8 successes.
Okay, and what does he roll? If anything?
Composure still.
Right. I'll say it's gone down by 1.
All right.
1 hit. So.
All right. And this is the whole thing that while he's under the enthrallment, I sent you the explanation to it. Mm-hmm. He basically ends up worshiping me instead of just following me. And while he's under it, he ignores all breaking points until after the thing is resolved.
Well then. Okay, he's enthralled by you.
See, isn't that a little better?
Yeah, it's yeah, it kind of is.
Great. From this point on, I'm your boss.
I can have 2 bosses. More money that way.
No. You can pretend the penguin's your boss.
I mean, you pay as good as he does, yeah.
We'll talk about that. For the time being, why don't you come with me? I have someone who's just dying to meet you.
Here we go. All right. So yeah, he'll get up and leave with you. As you watch the fight, one of the guys, the guy you bet on.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the woman. She comes in both of the fights, you bet on both people. The guy won earlier. You didn't actually get to see the fight because it was literally done by the time you were done talking to Malone.
Yeah.
Now you see her come in. And this guy, it's almost like a battle of David and Goliath. You see this little blonde, haired woman, not exactly that big, maybe 5'10", and she's standing there, not hands at her sides, not even looking at him. And then there's this other guy, big muscular guy, maybe about 6'2", 260, all muscle, just like "Arr!" And he comes in and he goes to hit her, and she just ducks down and does 3 very fast, quick strikes, one to his liver, and then she works around and does one to his kidney and then one to his other kidney all the way around. Her arms just seem to kind of wrap around, and when she hits that second kidney, he just goes and falls over.
Impressive. I'm definitely going to take note of both of those people for later.
And you bet, what, 200 on him?
Yeah.
So you would get the pot, which is 500 each, so that's $1,000 for the 2 fights.
Nice.
So I take it you're heading out?
Yeah, I'm hanging out with him in tow, and we're going to go texting Tatiana and going,
Okay.
I've got matches Malone ready for a party.
Okay, before we go to that scene, is there anything... I'm going to go to Talon and Zoe first. Let's start with Talon. Talon, is there anything you wish to declare, or do you want to be at the club when that happens?
I'm gonna eat.
Gonna
Whether
go eat?
It's on my way to the club or what, but I'm going to eat.
Are you going to have a dinner date with Zoe?
That's up to her player.
I mean, that could be, yeah, that could be how I bring you in. Zoe and Talon go out for dinner.
Well, how,
She's
how
not there,
very,
okay?
how very suspenseful.
How very romantic.
How very dangerous.
So that's up to you. I mean,
Four.
Talon and Zoe do know each other. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I assume
And
you
it
both
seems
have
like we
cell
keep
phones.
meeting like this, only this time we don't have 3 people awkwardly.
This time there's not a drug deal going down. Or there is, but you're not there.
Oh, man.
All right, so if that's the case, I'll go ahead and let Talon and Zoe take it away then. I'll let you guys kind of set the scene, and I'll say what happens when you're gone.
All right. So I guess we're going on a dinner date. So anyway, it'll probably be at the sushi bar again because it's A, where we met, and B, somewhere that's familiar to both of us, and C, the fucking club's destroyed. Oh, I don't know if language is a thing, but anyway.
Not that I know of.
Okay, just making sure this isn't like PG. So if Zoe's already there, he'll just sit down next to her.
Don't forget,
And-
this campaign is rated M for mass murder. Go ahead.
I swear a lot, okay? I've worked on a lot of construction jobs, so I've become very aware that some people aren't into that.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you're in the sushi bar. You don't see Rachel at all, and you don't see any of the Morgans. The only person you actually see is Yumi, and she's kind of in and out. She's only really there when you order, and then she just kind of is like not there.
I haven't actually met her yet, but does she have the same sense about her as Tatiana? And when I say that, I mean like the presence, the way she carries herself. Does she like? You can kind of tell who a business owner is versus the employees, right?
Yes, Yumi runs this place much like almost a family boutique home. She is very happy, always kind of giddy, very just up and up, but she's like never. It's weird when you order something and she's there to do service, like take your order, bring you drinks, whatever. She's there on the ball, happy, smiling, very owner-esque kind of feel. But the moment you don't need her, you just like seem to lose like beadline on her. Like she's just not there. She just kind of is there and then not there.
And she registers as a werewolf?
Yes.
Okay. I will try not to offend. I learned a lot about supernaturals, and so this is probably her territory. And I, as far as I know, don't have sanctum here. Talon doesn't entirely know how all that stuff works, but he's aware that like this person can fuck you up. Don't piss them off if you can help it. So yeah, if Zoe's there, he'll use some of the cash he's earned lately to order like sashimi and whatnot.
Mhm.
That sort of small talk thing.
You two can order what you like. The sushi is incredibly good. It's all hand prepared and all the finest quality ingredients are used.
Talon kind of nods before he sits, and he actually is nice enough to kind of like hang his jacket on the chair behind him, like he's learning. And any news lately? You know, like when you slide into the chair and you're like, any news lately? Rexford? Is he here or is he just
Zoe.
around? Oh,
Zoe.
hello? You were here like a minute ago.
Zoe has had a stroke. Roll intelligence medicine to apply first aid. No, I guess we'll pause that scene for just a
Yeah.
moment, man. Yeah, I guess we'll have to just pause that scene for a bit then. Okay, so we'll go on back over to the club.
Well, no, I'm going to send a message
Okay.
to Creed. I'll tell him, take him with you to a secure location.
Okay.
Capital letters, not at the club, and send me the address. And when I receive the address, I'm going to send a text to Lillian with this address saying, a gift is waiting for you.
Creed is going to shrug. And head to his regular, or one of his many deal spots,
Okay.
which just happens to be on the roof of an abandoned factory
Okay.
that I had selected way before this. And it just happens to be the Acme factory
Okay.
that Joker kind of got his look from.
Mhm.
So that's the address you're getting. And it says rooftop.
Yeah, I'm going to send this address to Lillian. I'm going to say a gift is waiting for you there.
Okay. Is Lillian here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you mind, Lillian, if we try and do the scene with Talon and Benton first, just so I can try and get everyone in one scene?
Yeah.
Okay. So Talon, Zoe, back to the sushi bar as the camera cuts, and then jars and gives the audience whiplash. Back to the sushi bar.
So yeah, Talon ordered his food. He asked if there was any news as he slipped into the seat across from Zoe, booth across from Zoe, whatever it is. And low key, he's hoping she's got some kind of vigilante target, but he hasn't let that on yet.
Does she have a vigilante target? There are one or two ways she could have found one using her contacts.
So there's this guy named Matches Below.
I don't think we want to piss off Creed right now.
Yeah, but that would be a way to get you into the same
Oh.
scene.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill him because this target's gonna die to feed me.
This target is for Lillian. With all due respect to all y'all.
That too.
I don't think she would be expecting that Talon would kill the guy, and she's
No.
usually used
The idea is that he's not gonna kill him, but apparently my bow rolls decent successes, so we're hoping no, but maybe yes.
Well, to be fair, you shoot someone in the foot and you hit their main artery, they die of blood loss. So, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, this is why normally Zoe goes for the limbs, but anyway.
Maybe Talon should invest in a boxing glove arrow.
As
Well,
if
as
we
long as
wanted
you're
to
not hitting
ratchet
the
up.
neck or the thighs, you're usually more likely to give them blood poisoning or some crap if they don't get it treated, like a nasty infection.
As if we wanted to up the ham-fistedness anymore.
Oh, of course. You notice that the sushi bar is very quiet, and you two are literally the only ones there, with the exception of Yumi that occasionally appears.
So yeah, Zoe will do a little bit of small talk.
Talon's decidedly not that great at small talk, but he'll do his best to keep he'll carry a conversation. He just may not introduce a whole lot of new things. He's
Someone mentioned the club going up in smoke, so that's probably going to make the news.
That was nasty. Like,
Interestingly enough, Zoe, when you look on the news channels, there's no news of the club attack at all.
Did it at least make it into the police?
There's talk. There's no written reports or anything.
Okay, that would be weird. It's not very often that officers are chatting about something, but it doesn't make the news. New aspiration. Good job. All right.
So, is Zoe like eating normal human food?
Yep.
Cool. Despite the small talk and the lack of news, if you bring up the lack of news, he might say something. But he's
She was going to mention the idea that there was an attack on a building, and some of the police officers talk about it, but it never made the news, and that's really weird.
it belonged to a prominent individual, and you know how it is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if something blew up and it belonged to Bruce Wayne, it'd still make the news. How prominent could they be?
I've been learning that there's different types of prominent.
You mean like
There's power
a
without,
criminal?
in a way, but just because you have connections or power doesn't bring widespread recognition. And you can tell he's like trying to find the words. He's like, just because you're strong and powerful doesn't mean you're famous necessarily, but he's saying like Talon with.
I mean, you were just saying the person has a lot of influence.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean that same influence could just as likely sweep everything under the rug, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Recognition isn't the only kind of presence. And he's like gradually cutting to the chase here. He's like, so I don't suppose you've found anyone for that rifle. He says it that way so that if anybody were here or listening in, he could pass it off as like maybe she's selling a hunting rifle or passing one on to maybe she's got one from a family friend. You know what I mean? Like plausible deniability.
Zoe's trying to decide if he's just awkward or
Well, I don't,
or what. Because just saying that out loud is kind of weird. But then again, he carries a bow around now and again. And
Everywhere,
that's also
pretty much.
weird. So
yeah.
she's just going to assume that words are sometimes difficult. would she have some kind of target? I'm not sure all what she gets up to in her free time, but she is very busy, we'll say. Optimus.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and roll for something. I'm gonna do 2 rolls. High or low?
Knowing my luck, low.
Okay.
Whether or not there's like
Actually-
various people in Gotham, is that even a?
Okay, so both were high, so you actually got pretty lucky on that one. I would say that Zoe has been very busy and has actually kept her notoriety down quite a bit.
Well, she is untouchable.
Mhm.
Which is to say that even if you gathered a clue on her, it would be an incomplete clue.
Yep.
And let me grab my book here real quick. However, Talon, if you wish to go hunting, I'll have something set up for that in just a moment. Just let me go grab the book.
Okay. I have a hunger for prey, so that's why I brought up the vigilante target, because if I chase something and hurt it, that counts as satiating. And because I'm starving, I can literally just shoot a squirrel at this point, but I really want to get a decent meal. Especially if I'm going back to the club and might be asked to spend all kinds of shit again.
Well, I don't think the
Being-
club will be open for some time until it's fixed, guys.
Being starving is so fun. It was great the first 2 days, and then day 3 rolled around, and I was like, wait a minute. Is this actually going to end at some point?
I'm not ravenous yet, just starving. But it has its own complications. To be fair, I can basically see the whole city everywhere I go while I'm starving, which is cool, but at the same time, not if, you know, if something does pick a fight with us, I don't really have the resources to actually, do a lot.
You just get to see the amount of potential prey open up, and
However, I get another legend because I'm low satiety. And that legend's going to be vicious, I think.
it's a weird atavism, but not without its uses.
He said he was grabbing the beast book.
What happened to PDFs? Damn it.
I have no idea. I keep physical books, but I have them right here next to me, so. Satiety rules are on page 108. And I might actually use parkour this time because I don't really want. As far as Zoe's concerned, I'm just a weird dude. So, and likewise. So.
Oh, that's a
Can't be
point.
dude.
That's a point. Thank you for reminding me.
What? I haven't actually
No.
done anything overtly supernatural around you yet.
I didn't know what to spend that last dot on, and now I do.
Oh, you can see auras now?
No,
Oh, okay.
I have my 3rd dot in parkour.
Ah, good times.
I grabbed the core book.
Hmm.
I'm looking
All
up
right.
the rating. Where can I find the rating of ammunition?
Oh, it's one less than the weapon for
Oh,
because
okay.
of Hurt Locker. Could have just. It's okay.
Okay.
You can. So resources has its own rules for purchasing things. Ammunition's one less than the weapon. And loaded for bear gives me 2 free ones every scene.
Yep, you got it. So go ahead and continue. Both of you make me a wits plus composure, Zoe and Tom.
Nice. Is this for surprise or anything like that?
Nothing's coming after you. This is just to hear something happening in the alley.
Okay, no worries. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 successes because of 8 agains. Not quite exceptional, but that's okay.
So you
I'm a
are
little
able
confused why that
to
didn't
hear-
work.
You put the slash in front of the R instead of behind it.
Oh. Two nines.
Ooh. All right. Oh, you have Chain Observer
Very
as well?
good. You're
No.
both able to hear something happening in the alleyway not too far away.
Well, Zoe looks nervous all of a sudden. And she kind of is attempting to excuse herself.
Talon, you can kind of see Talon's ears perk up too. And he grabs his jacket and he's like, how do I politely say I'm coming to without sounding like a creep? To be fair, we've been at this eating thing for a bit, so I'd say like we're pretty much done it.
I mean, if we're
At
both
any rate,
heading
so-
in this, and if they're both heading in the same direction, she's gonna kind of just drop pretenses and, back door.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just looks relieved, like, okay, she gets it. Okay.
Or is she? Dun dun dun.
Talon on his way out will just drop like a 50 or whatever that roughly that meal was worth with some change on a counter.
I'll be
as he
right
goes.
back.
No sense in dining and dashing, right? Like, you don't want to give the wrong impression.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you go ahead and pay. She's happy with it. You can hear a little bit of a commotion come out from the alleyway, and it's not too far away. Sounds like something going on. Sounds like someone getting roughed up or something.
So I ignored distance penalties and gain my layers of bonus to perception rolls. And now that we're
Okay.
outside, we don't have the building around us. Can I try and investigate this a little further just from where we are?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, and that's definitely exceptional with 3 10s.
You're able to hear a little bit of commotion going on. It's like, hey, this is Joker's turf. You owe us protection money. You hear a woman's voice. Look, just lay off me, okay?
Talon will not relay that exactly to Zoe, lest it come across as a little supernatural, but he'll ask if she knows not about the Joker. Like everyone hears about the Joker, but like if she knows the Joker has any, if she's heard of any influence the Joker has here. There we go.
She's been spending a few nights in the neighborhood, and if the Joker gang has made a presence, yeah, she's probably run into a few of them.
Okay. And I imagine we're like already moving towards it at this point. He's like, so it's not, kind of over the top if I put an arrow in this guy.
Yep.
I mean, right about now, she's heading for her rifle. That's
Okay.
what she was worried about.
That's like the look he shoots her. It's like, is she gonna think I'm weird for like shooting this person? Is this like too much of a response, or he's trying to gauge the situation? And once he sees that she's going for the rifle, he feels better about it. So I don't imagine it takes long to get there.
Yep. Are you guys trying to be stealthy?
I will actually give it a shot.
Because
Zoe
it is
is
still
not.
it is still downpouring.
Oh,
Zoe is not. She breaks out into a dead run.
Okay. So I'll
then
say,
Talon would pursue. Then never mind.
okay,
He's not
so
gonna let her.
you should go both run. Let me see if anything happens here. Cause wow, pathetic. Okay, so they can't seem to get a grip on this girl. Let's see if any of them see you. Okay, that guy definitely does. And that guy definitely does. So apparently, trying to incapacitate a helpless woman, they fail miserably. Spotting two people approaching them in a downpour, no worries.
We got keen
they-
senses, weak muscles.
They both turn to you, and yeah, you can see probably now why. They both are kind of smaller looking gentlemen, both with Joker kind of get-ups, but they look fairly well equipped compared to the normal Jokers that you've seen. They're both armed with ironically what look like SMGs, and they turn to both of you. And they say, "Hey, beat it. This is Joker business."
I'm actually going to take a turn. Are they supernaturals? Like we're approaching, and this is just me. Okay, I can sense them. Are they supernaturals? Kind of thing. It's not like I'm doing this in the first turn of combat. It's on my way there.
Yes.
Okay, then when I actually get there, like I don't know how much time I have during the pursuit or within the time that I can see them, because I'm immune to the downpour. I'd like to just observe them for a turn while I'm running. Then.
Okay. So are you like when they turn and say, "Hey, beat it"? Are you guys like still running at them? Do you point weapons at
No,
them?
that
What
would
do you guys
be when at least Talon would quick draw his bow and fire. But I'm hoping the turn before I can use Eye of Heaven, which just requires me to observe them for a turn. So that would have been us approaching.
do? Okay.
Zoe would have broken off to head for the dumpster where she normally stows that rifle.
Okay. So you're going to
Cool.
take cover, and that's going to be
Not a half
good
bad
size.
idea.
yeah, pretty good sized dumpster. I'd argue -2, -3, partial to full. Okay. So at that point, then why don't we just roll initiative here?
Yep.
I promise I'll get to you in a sec, Lillian. Believe me, I got something for you. I just got to get through these guys first.
I have something too.
I promise, Lillian. We've got stuff for you. All right, these guys are actually pretty badass. So let's see what they roll. Every time, I can't win. All right, so hold on. Let me see if they even have the same stats. These two guys. Okay, they don't. So I got to roll separately. Hang on. I need a moment of silence.
Who died?
I'm about ready to. I'm gonna kill this dice with a passion. I'm gonna kill it and then piss on its corpse and then yeah. Okay, so it's gonna go Zoe. It's going to go Talon, and then it's going to go Thug 1, and then Thug 2. Zoe.
Well, let me go here. Ah, that's why. All right. Well, she will. Actually, hold on. What does that do? That changes her initiative order. At least I'm assuming drawing her rifle is a change in initiative order. Just say
Well,
negative.
did you?
Normally
I
it's a
assume you already
modifier
had
to
it
the
drawn.
roll.
She didn't have it at the time. She was going to get it.
Okay, so the rifle's like -4.
Yeah, so that will actually put you.
Just below Talon, I think.
Yep. So Talon will actually go first.
Fair enough.
All right, so on the way here, I said that I was observing those two while I got in range. So Eye of Heaven, because I determined that they're supernaturals. One of the things I can learn from Eye of Heaven is any supernatural weaknesses they possess. And what type of supernaturals were they?
Ghouls.
Okay. And these, I guess that doesn't really uncover any supernatural weaknesses because they're basically humans with some disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, because I use that atavism at low satiety, I can, my first attack against anyone I've observed essentially in the scene is a surprise attack.
Okay, so no defense, but range attack anyway. Well, yeah, both. So.
Yeah. I will spend a point of willpower to make this rote.
Okay. Okay.
And I roll 1,
5 hits.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 failures. Okay, and I also have 9 against on this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes plus 2 damage from the bow. It's not a targeted shot. It's just a.
Yep. And this guy's got resilience and he's got armor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, he's actually alive. So yeah, you strike him with the arrow. He doesn't go down, but yeah, that hurt.
Alan's kind of surprised because that's one of the best shots he's pulled off in this campaign. So he's just like, what? But that's his turn. He was moving, he observed, he shot, so on and so on.
Okay.
So now it's Zoe.
Zoe.
Okay, well, Zoe has her rifle. She has 2 thugs, and they're already trading fire. So, which is the thug that Talon did not fire at?
The one on the left.
Yeah, the one
He
that
fired at the one on the right.
grappling, essentially.
Oh, the one that would technically be closest to you.
Well, that's just overkill. Too bad for him. She's going to shoot him in the left kneecap.
So you're going to do a charge called shot. That's
Yep.
actually a minus to the roll.
That is correct.
believe
However,
that is-
Okay.
Okay.
Due to her marksmanship, she will drop 2 damage from her rifle and negate the penalty entirely.
Okay. That is correct, because normally it would be a -4. So
Not for legs.
Not
It's
for legs.
he's aiming for the knee.
Specifically.
He
okay.
specifically said knee. He didn't say leg. I know. I'm a little
Leg.
picky about that. I mean, if someone says finger, I
Well,
would
that's
say that's
different.
div 6,
Yeah.
even though it's technically hand. So if someone
I
says
mean,
knee, I would assume it's a smaller target. Yeah.
If you want in-game terms, his left leg then, but it's
Okay.
probably
Yeah.
going to end up in his knee. Let's
Yep,
be
target
honest.
to left leg, -3, but there's no difficulty due to the fact you have marksmanship. So. Okay, so that's a rifle, I
-2.
assume, right?
Yes.
So
Normally
that will
-2
reduce
for limbs, if I'm not mistaken.
negative
It is.
2. Yeah, it is -2. I'm sorry, I read the wrong thing. Rifle is normally damage 5, so this will be damage 3.
What is that? Just Dex firearms?
Yeah, Dex firearms
Yeah,
plus
why not?
applicable specialties, and it's a downpour right now.
And it is downpour, but that's not going to do it because you're not far enough. You did not do any turn of aiming, so this will just be Dex plus firearms.
Is there something that I should know about?
I'm not seeing anything here. He's not prone. He doesn't have any ranged defense.
I think she's more the fact that he just took an arrow like a boss.
No, it's the other guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Talon has identified them as ghouls, and ghouls
No.
are a lot harder to kill than humans. So
I would just say that out
Marksmanship
loud though,
is
because that's
fine. Yeah, it's just Dex and firearms. That's fine. Nothing crazy.
yeah. Marksman's really shines when you have the time to aim. There's another action you can do that I'll elaborate on later.
Heck with it. She'll drop some. Yes, why not?
what you can do?
She'll spend willpower.
Spend a willpower. Okay.
Might as well be fancy.
Wrong dice channel, but that's okay.
Oh,
So that's 4 hits.
no, I gave it exploding. It just rolled extra dices.
Oh, you gave it exploding.
Yep, it gave it the 10 again, which
Okay.
is supposedly the base.
Okay, that's 2 hits. Rifle has been pushed down to 3 damage.
Correct.
So 4, 5. He has armor.
Does he have armor on his legs?
He does not have armor, but he has resilience.
That might help him out.
Yep, so he'll take 3 damage. And I need to roll to see if it gets racked.
If it exceeds his stamina, I believe.
Let me see that.
I'm pretty like whenever you do a called shot, usually it's just the damage
Yeah.
that exceeds their stamina.
Like I
does
said,
not exceed it does not it does not exceed his stamina, so he is not racked. He takes a shot to the leg though, which is never a fun thing. So blood splatters across the alleyway and he's like, ah!
No, I'm double
that was a
check
silence shot. I'm going to assume it's not going to be very difficult for him to notice, though.
Yeah, he's like, at that point he's like, oh, not only that, they did see you duck behind the thing since no
Yeah.
one's rolling stealth. So he's like, she's over there. So they finally get to go. They're probably going to miss anyway. I'm just going to go full auto. Because why not? They've actually got a decent... Yeah, they got a decent dex with firearms. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, -3. Do I want to do auto fire or burst fire? Fuck it. I'll go for damage. Less dice, more damage.
Oh, they're shooting at her.
One guy is.
This is going to be hilarious. Excuse me.
Okay, so the guy who shoots Talon gets 2 hits. The guy who shoots That Zoe gets one hit even with all the minuses he's taking from your partial cover.
She will reflexively spend another willpower. Yeah, she'll absorb it.
2. So you'll absorb it. So
Yep,
what
she'll spend a
happens
will.
with this?
He misses. She's using damn lucky. He missed.
Okay.
The bullet
Spend a
ricochets.
willpower and use damn lucky. The bullet goes ping right off the edge of the garbage can. The guy on Talon. Talon, are you doing anything special, or are you just going to? He's going to just full auto you.
I'm actually going to use one of my quote-unquote ammo for the scene and use a short burst with my short bow, as well as make it rote.
How are you doing this when it's not your turn?
Well, you asked what I was doing?
No, no. He's shooting you.
Oh,
You
I
are
took
getting
4
hit.
damage. I took 4
Oh.
damage.
Oh, you took 4 damage?
Because it's
Are you
2
sure?
successes plus the weapon, right?
Yes, and it's an SMG.
Yeah, it's either 1 or 2. I can double
And
check.
he also auto fired.
I get some bonus dice, not bonus damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's burst fire. My bad. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he did 5 total. So what's your armor?
1, 3. Oh yeah, I have armor, duh.
Yeah,
So 3 of
so-
that's downgraded bashing, and 1's negated by the actual armor, I believe.
So that's 1. So that would be 3 bashing. Yeah.
That is much nicer than the 5
Yeah, he,
I thought I was taking for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. Don't forget, you guys wear armor. Very, very good to know. Can save your life. So the one guy fires at Zoe and he misses. The guy fires at Talon, hits him square on, and deals a little bit of damage to you, Talon. As he just full autos his MP5 at you.
Yeah, Talon probably staggers a bit because he's basically immortal when it comes to this still.
And it's Talon's turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to make this rote. I'm doing a short burst and firing at both of them. So if you normally you would roll an attack roll for each target. A lot of games I've seen they just use the highest or an average of the defense. So how do you want to do this?
By the way, can you reflexively spend a blood point to pop celerity?
Yeah, it's always reflexive.
Okay, I'll do that for the other guy, and he'll auto fire at you again.
At least I'm pretty sure it's reflexive. So he's interrupting my action with gunfire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it does still uses his action for the turn. It just pushes him
Yep.
up the initial order for the round. Okay.
It's okay. He goes wide, and now he has to reload.
Cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and speed this along a little bit. Just remember, when you declare actions, you don't have to tell me everything in nauseating detail.
Okay.
Just go ahead and roll it. If you hit these guys with the amount of health bars I see, they're probably going to die. So let's see. This battle could be ended with this next roll.
Nine agains and rote.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
And you're targeting both of them.
3. Yes.
Okay. Is this
Uh,
one roll or 2?
This will be the 1 roll because they don't really get their defense anyway, so it's going to be the same amount regardless of what I'm targeting. 5, 6, 7, 8. Greater than 7. And that's another success. So 4, 5 because there's a 10, 6 because there's a 9, plus 2 for the bow is 11 damage to both of them.
To both of them.
If you want, I
Wow.
can make 2 separate attack rolls, but I figured they don't get their defense, and we're streamlining it.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
Okay.
So you have
Uh,
killed them.
The reason I started just blowing arrows everywhere was I'm actually gonna indulge my legend and get a point of willpower.
Okay.
For vicious.
The woman is gone.
Was she a supernatural? I doubt it, but like just in case.
She was.
Was she another ghoul or something else?
She registered as a vampire.
Ah, okay.
As you two are in the alleyway, Talon, you get a text.
All right.
It says, "Your friends Creed, Tatiana, and Lillian are in trouble. They're meeting at this address. You might want to show up there."
Oh, I'm not going there.
That's fine. He still gets the text.
He'll look over at Zoe and he's like, "This is becoming a problem." And he kind of like he just pulled out his phone, he read it, and he's like, "This is a problem." And he's like, "You're welcome to come with me, but I'm not going to force you. It could be more stuff like this."
Not gonna lie, it's my hobby. So, sure, if you're saying we got to deal with more gangsters, thugs, what have you.
I can't guarantee you what we're getting into. I just know that there's a chance it'll be dangerous. But I just got a text saying that my friends might be in trouble.
I'll say you two are on the way there. Let's go back to Lillian, Tatiana, and Creed.
And
And
I'll
very
roll for
patient.
safety.
So I'm guessing I'm meeting Creed at the warehouse.
Abandoned
You guys are set,
factory.
yeah. This is your guys' scene. This is your plan. Go ahead and set it up,
Alright.
and I'll see what happens.
So, you come to this old, decrepit factory. Time has worn away at it. You see several broken windows, as well as a "Do Not Enter" sign plastered over the title of the factory. Acme. If you have any streetwise or academics, you might have heard of this place once before. It's actually quite infamous.
Infamous?
Infamous.
Infamous, yeah.
And people tend to stay away from it. It was where the Joker was born.
All right, so what's plus streetwise?
Yeah.
That's 4.
Smash that keyboard.
One success.
That is enough.
Jeez.
This is where the Joker was born. Most people do not come here. The property has not been able to sell since that infamous at English infamous night. There's a small rope ladder hanging down from the roof.
I'm gonna climb it.
All right. You climb up it, and you spot Creed and Matches Malone, both lying on what seems to be bean bags. This little on the roof, and it seems like sort of like a junkies hangout area.
I take it you have an awning over you since it's downpouring?
Yeah.
Are you facing away from me?
No, I'm facing towards it.
The rope ladder.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna see me when I come up.
Hey, it's the shiny lady.
Creed.
Gives a big
And
smile.
you.
He kind of looks over at Lillian and immediately draws his gun.
I'm just gonna walk towards him, Terminator style.
Okay, he'll shoot you.
Is it armor piercing?
Maybe. It's a big looking gun. So actually, several things are going to happen. Hold on. A bunch of things going to happen. So Lillian, you're walking towards him, right?
Yeah.
You can roll me a wits plus composure, and Creed can also roll me a wits plus composure. Now that the gun is fully exposed, you'll notice things. And we can roll initiative, and we can have something happen. Since Zoe and Talon will obviously not get there within the 2 turns, but they'll be able to get there pretty quickly. They're not too far away.
Even blitzed, I still have 2 successes.
Yeah. Once again, try and roll just initiative and roll the dice and the dice.
Well, the initiative is not for rolling initiative; it's for
Oh.
initiative.
Oh,
Three
yes.
successes
Oh,
on the,
yeah.
with
Oops,
No worries.
I've been in initiative. I didn't even realize it was an initiative.
It's all right.
I thought it was in dice.
No worries. Lillian and Creed, the gun that he pulls out looks kind of odd. It's got kind of this weird shaped barrel with a cusp under it. And for those of you who've ever seen the movie Tomb Raider, the 2 pistols she was supposed to have were supposed to be Heckler and Notches, but they kind of looked a little bit off. And this one kind of has a brace right under the barrel. And it just kind of looks goofy, almost like it's designed to shoot something different than a bullet. So, in the dice channel, go ahead and roll initiative.
all right, my initiative is considering I have like no penalties for when I go in initiative. Yeah.
Oops,
F it.
I rolled that wrong.
Yeah. Oops. You know what? I'm getting really sick of this dice roller, so I'm gonna have Malone spend a dot of blood and pop celerity.
Oh, Malone's a vampire?
He's a ghoul.
Huh.
Still piss off the storyteller. If you use 32, then he's supposed to roll initiative.
All right, 12, and then Creed got 10. So Malone goes first, so it's going to go Malone, Lillian, then Creed.
I got 12 actually.
I know, but he popped celerity. He's going
Oh.
first. He's
I
going to
see.
interrupt. He's going to interrupt you basically. So he'll go, then Lillian will go, and then Creed will go.
By the way, since Creed decided to drug this guy up to get his own high on,
Mm-hmm.
2 things. Would have been able to taste that he was a ghoul.
I need to check with that because there's something about him I need to look up. Hold on.
And the second thing,
Go ahead.
does that complete my Mask of a Junkie for willpower regain?
Still reading.
All right.
Okay. Yes to the second, no to the first.
Okay.
Because he's got something funky. So he's going to pull out his gun, which does not look like it. Like I said, you look at he pulls it out, and it kind of looks like an odd futuristic gun. If someone was going to design a gun for a sci-fi movie that was still supposed to look like a gun, it looks like a gun. And he's going to spend a willpower because he's flipping out. Because he has just seen his executioner walk towards him. So he normally has 8 and 10. 10 greater than or equal to 8. It's 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your armor, Lillian, for bullets? Because
7.
Yep, this will be armor piercing. So damn, 7's tough.
I would have had 6 as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like, try it.
Yeah, this thing does extra stuff. Lillian, although one of your scars now is that you take aggravated from fire. So, this gun is also incendiary.
Ooh,
So-
that's
so-
nasty.
So take one bashing, because there was only one actual piercing that was actually able to get through. However, when it strikes you, you keep walking. And you feel, that was nothing. And then the burn starts. So take one bashing and one aggravated. It is now your turn, Lillian.
We're gonna rush and stab him for that.
Okay. His defense is 5. Actually, he popped celerity, so his defense is 6.
Yeah, but he's high. Doesn't that factor in?
Yeah.
I've been feeding him opiums and
he's taking minuses, but he's got something, Creed. He's got a merit that I gave him, which is preventing this from happening. So
I'm fine with it.
So Lillian, he has a 6 defense. So roll me your strength plus melee or weapon.
I also have specialty because I know how to do the.
You do indeed.
thing.
So that's another dice. So you have strength plus weaponry minus 6.
2 dice.
2 dice, yes.
Right, so
For the
4.
specialty, if you have area of expertise, yeah.
Area of
Yeah.
expertise. So strength plus weaponry minus 6. So what's your total dice pool?
4,
4 dice. Very nice.
because it also includes the specialty. So there we go.
Hey.
It's AP though, only AP 0, but still
Okay. So what is the weapon's damage? Base damage?
0. But it's a melee weapon, so I think it also gets strength, right?
No,
Strength?
No.
Mm,
not
That's
normally. But
That's-
I don't know.
it has to say it too. Is this your arm
Oh
blade?
yeah. Yeah, it's the arm blade. It
Yeah,
doesn't
this
get
is
that
your
now.
because this is your special nano thing. So yeah, it's just weaponry damage plus successes. So if it's 0 plus 2, that'd be 2 lethal to him.
Yeah.
So you come in and stab him and kind of stab him in the shoulder. Takes 2 lethal.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you're going to do, Lillian?
No.
Okay.
I will.
Ahmed.
Yeah, no.
I remembered you had that. Forgive me, I haven't played with you in a while, and I remembered you had that nanite thing, but I can't remember if you do that on the same turn or not.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's not on the same turn. Yeah. He's gonna have to roll me a. He's gonna have to roll me a stamina roll.
Flat stamina. Okay.
He only needs 1 roll of stamina, but if he doesn't make it, tell me.
He gets 3 hits.
No.
So in a span of a few seconds, pulls out his gun, boom, strikes you, hits you, and hurts. And now it's Creed's turn. After you stab him in the shoulder.
Run my hand through my hair, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here? And I'm going to take a dodge action, just in case either of the crazies come
Dodge.
at me.
Okay, so double that D.
So that's, if I remember, just you roll your.
Actually, I do not believe you have to roll. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. You're right. I've only talking to Lillian maybe 1.5 times.
So you want me to describe the look in her eyes? It is murder.
Yeah, I'm not getting in between that.
She's either going to die or she's going to kill this motherfucker right here, right now.
Yeah, but I'm not going to try to help you because don't really know you that well, and B, more importantly, I think if I try to help you, you might end up killing me for getting in the way. And
That's
C,
a good-
Creed is blitzed.
That's a good point. Lillian is kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
All right,
Um,
I'm back for now.
So Creed's not doing anything. So Creed, your defense is ridiculous now.
Yeah.
I guess it's back into the top. Malone's going to spend another blood, and he's probably going to spend another willpower because Lillian is now stabbing him in the shoulder, and he's really scared. He's going to back up and shoot her again. Probably to no avail, but let's see. So spend a willpower again. I'm telling you, these dice are not going to let me hurt you guys.
God damn it, stop rolling in the initiative
Fuck!
channel.
There we go.
What
Finally.
the fuck?
Finally.
Dude, you can't kill my employees, okay?
Okay.
I call the gun if he dies.
So that's another 2. So that's going to be 3 bashing damage and another aggravated damage, Lillian. And well, it's a downpour, so that actually doesn't take effect. So never mind. So 3 bashing
Ooh.
damage and another aggravated. So that's been 2 aggravated and 4 bashing damage total so far.
I thought they were in the club. My bad.
Lillian, you're up.
Yeah.
Lillian's
Another
attacking him
success.
again. So that's
So
1.
What's his
So-
defense at right now?
Well, his defense is pretty much the same. She rolled the same dice pool.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking what was it?
He had 6. She's got
Yeah.
10, so that's 4 dice total.
I'm counting 2 from the specialty, so there.
Yes. So once again, not a whole lot of damage. Another lethal, and you're carving him up pretty good, but not enough to kill him. But I take it he's got to roll stamina again.
Yep, gotta roll stamina again.
No hits.
He's triggered divergence.
Okay. Explain to us what happens, Lillian.
I broke his soul. He's no longer a ghoul. Okay, first things first. He's no longer a ghoul.
Oh dear.
Second, he is now an invasive pathological.
Ouch.
Because
Those are-
Did you just
Actually,
rubber
no.
jab him?
So
actually, hold on. How does his body react to being violently stabbed with nanomachines? Does he mutate, or will the machines take over the body?
typically the machines start to take over the body, and he does like this death throw thing where like his body kind of retches and like it bends in odd angles. Because like imagine what would happen if you had a bunch of machines all of a sudden going into your system, forcing you to do
Question.
things. It's
I have an important question.
go ahead.
How does this interact with Enthrall?
He's going to be
Oh.
severed. The thing is, Enthrall can work on pretty much anything.
Yes.
So even though he's severed as a ghoul, his Enthrall is still there. Although he's kind of in pain and can't even really look at you right now.
I know.
I'm betting the combat stops here because he's just violently convulsing.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll something here to see if he even can do anything. Because let's see what happens. Such a good question. I'm going to say he can try and do another action because he made it, but it's not his turn. It's Creed's turn. And he can't spend blood to interrupt Lillian anymore. So it's going to go Creed, then Lillian, then him. So Creed, you're up. And you just saw her stab him again, a little cut. This time it was just a small little cut. And now he's starting to kind of retch himself, and he's racked, and he's bending in odd angles.
He's seen that before. Or something like that.
Yeah. Creed's just going to go, man, that's one freaky sword you have there, miss. And then I'm going to this is probably going to fail, but I'm going to pick up like something from my side, probably like an apple or something I have here, or like a vial or something. I'm
Mhm.
going to try to throw it at his hand to knock his gun away from him.
Oh, so you're just throwing an object to try and knock his gun away. then.
Yeah.
An apple.
Okay. So this will be a Dex plus
Athletics?
athletics
Yeah.
for thrown because it's
I-
thrown. Hold on.
I will say
Hold on.
throw attacks are strength based.
Yes,
Oh.
strength athletics.
All right.
And then this will be a called shot because you're going for a
Yeah.
gun. I'll say this will be a -3. He does not have any defense because he's obviously like kind of disabled at the moment. So I'll say strength plus athletics -3.
Okay.
Stupid thing is gonna go off.
It's
Probably.
like he misses and hits Lily and KOs her.
One success.
Okay, that is enough. Let me see if he drops it.
There
Because
should
he's
be
still
a chance I
technically-
consider.
Yeah,
Should be a chance die.
he does have a chance die. No, he drops it.
I'm going to scurry over and grab it before it gets infected with nanites.
Lillian, roll. Well, actually, let's just do this. High or low, Creed?
Low.
Unfortunately, it's too late. The gun is infected with nanites.
All right, I'm not going to touch it then.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a sweet ass, dank ass gun.
I don't think it would affect you though. Actually,
We don't know. We've never tried your nanites on an ally. But either way,
True.
he has gone to go do that. Combat is still technically going, but he can't spend blood anymore because his bond to the ghoul has been severed. So, Lillian, what are you going to do?
Well, he's disarmed, so considering Creed is not going to grab the gun since he sees it's infected with nanites, I am going to kick that. I'm going to kick the gun away from him.
Okay, so you kick the gun away. Do you attack him or do anything else?
Decapitation.
And then I'm going to go for another stab. Does he have any defense considering this turn?
He's got the stun conditions, so I'll say no defense.
So what happens if he
Half
goes
defense,
full
maybe.
nanite?
We'll see. I've actually never seen Lillian's power sheet do this, so we'll see what happens. Because the last person she did this to just died.
Don't kill him. I want to see what happens.
I'm going to do bashing
she's-
this time. I'm going to. Normally it is lethal, but I'm going to try and make it bashing. Is that okay?
Are you going to attack him with the, so you're just gonna pommel strike him, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, I'll
I'm
allow
ready
it.
to. Okay. Yeah. Success.
So this okay, 1, 2. So you're torturing the poor guy. That's not enough to knock him out. It does bashing damage to him, but he still has some health boxes. So you come up and you're just like, bam! And he's still up.
How does it feel to be in pain? How does it feel to suffer like I did? Like what the penguin did to me? What you allowed him to do to me? That's the end of turn.
Yeah, he's stunned. He loses his next action.
So Creed raises his hand and goes, "So what exactly is going on here?"
If he has willpower.
What happened to me? What made me me? What I am now, the monster I am. It spreads to him.
He coughs out a massive amount of blood. He's like, Master, I've been faithful to you. Why do you abandon me?
Master?
He looks up at
There
the
is
sky
no
and
master.
he looks up at the sky and he says, "Take me now. I am one of your faithful." And let's see what happens here.
I'll be right back. Tell me what happens when I come back.
If only the good doctor were here, he'd be flipping his lid. The pact is successful.
Oh shit. I don't like that.
He stops as his hands are spread and the rain continues. His body stops racking. And he lowers his hands, opens his eyes, and they are glowing, not glowing, but they are bright red. And he
You're still
stands
fucking a ghoul.
Spooky.
and he stands up and looks at you, Lillian. And what's odd is the nanomachines are still doing their work, but it doesn't really seem to be bothering him anymore.
Oh
He's
god,
just-
he's become coactive.
He's standing there and just looking at you. Smiles. Lillian, can you argue that we did not make you better? Look at you now. A flawless creation. Something perfect. Not obscene. No longer sustained by the weaknesses of flesh. Why do you hate us so much? When we gave you the greatest gift we could have. Such a selfish child.
Because I never asked. Because you saw me scream in pain. Because you were there. I'm assuming this is the penguin now.
No. This is not the penguin. You know the penguin. Penguins doesn't really seem to have much special about him, but this is not the penguin. This is a voice that you have not heard yet.
I never
says-
asked. I never wanted to be.
It is a gift, Lillian. Accept it.
The only acceptance is when all of you are burned.
You cannot burn us, dear. We are the fire. And Malone transforms. He sprouts wings. Mechanical wings. He starts to shift and turn into almost that of a gargoyle. Metal and gears start to turn. And he starts to take on the shape of basically what looks like, if you've ever seen the old cartoon series gargoyles. Do you remember the robotic gargoyles?
Holy shit.
That's kind of what he's turning into. And he holds out his hand and points it at you, Lillian. And some kind of gun or laser comes up out of his wrist. And he fires. However, this does not, ironically, for being a laser, this does not do incendiary damage.
Is it AP?
This does have AP.
It has to go through my massive armor, though.
Yep. So he'll try to hit you here. Okay, so that's 3 hits.
Wait, did he just become a angel?
He it looks like it. He pulls and he basically, have you seen the old show Gargoyles? The old cartoon show?
Yeah, no, I heard.
He
heard
literally turned into a, that's literally what he turned into.
All right.
And he fires a laser. Lillian, I think this will just, I think you actually soak this.
It only do one bashing. I think if it's all reduced, it just goes down to 1 bashing.
Yeah, 1 bashing. Zzz. So he mildly shocks you with the laser. Not a very good hit.
Pickles.
Laser hits you in the shoulder, and you're taking a lot of damage now, but it doesn't hurt as much as the gun did.
What the fuck? Okay.
I'm guessing Matches Malone is no more, isn't he?
Doesn't
Creed is
appear.
wondering if he's tripping a little bit too hard now.
Creed
Yeah.
looks down at his flask and says, "That's some good shit."
Creed looks down. Is it Creed's turn right now?
Yeah, see, he went. Yeah, it's actually at the bottom of the initiative. So then
Yeah.
when Creed goes, it'll be back up to Lillian.
Creed looks down at as Flask goes, "That's some good shit." Looks back up, tilts his head, and goes, "You know what? Screw it. I've had enough of this. Get off my fucking roof. Bob, sick him."
Oh boy. Oh shit. So it's at this point. You know, I didn't think. Okay, I'm just giving you guys all a heads up. Because of this declaration, things are about to get really real here. So, Zoe and Talon are just now arriving onto the roof.
The roof?
Yes, they said to meet up on the roof.
Okay. I mean, we both parkour like champs, so it's not a
Yeah.
problem.
I mean, you guys can parkour, you can do backflips up there, you can spider climb up the wall, you know, whatever. But as you get up to the top and you look up and you see this robotic gargoyle looking thing, you know, just shot Lillian, and then Creed said, "Bob, sick 'em."
Yeah, that's about the point where I think Talon would have taken the lead here because he knows that these are supernaturals and Zoe doesn't seem
Yep.
supernatural, and he's just going to turn back and he's like, "You probably didn't sign up for this."
Talon, you cut both your hands and you spray your vitae across the ground, and it instantly becomes wet and kind of kind of phases off because it's downpour.
Yep.
And then you spend the willpower. And Talon, you feel a layer shift.
Sorry,
And
it was not my hands that were cut off then?
No, it was
Okay.
No, Creed.
meant Creed.
It's Creed. I'm sorry, Creed. I'm sorry. Blech. Creed, you do the whole thing, and you see this hand come up out of this odd little distortion in the ground. And you see a creature come out. Creature that looks like it doesn't quite belong in this world. And I will get a picture of it.
Oh.
That thing steps out.
I'd like you all to meet Bob.
Bob the Demogorgon.
And I will need Zoe and Talon to roll initiative. And then I will also need to roll initiative for Bob and other people. So Bob does not have a great initiative because he's kind of slow in both of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's downpouring, so the only reason I'm doing this out here is I think I have cover.
Whoa. Whoa.
Sorry.
So 14.
GM, I'm assuming it's like sheets and sheets of rain, right?
Oh, it's really coming down now.
So it's like we can't see off the roof.
I'd just like to note this was not my fault. It's just this. It is technically identical to the lair trait. But
Oh,
it's
no.
not my fault.
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure that it's Creed wouldn't do this. I should have made sure of this beforehand. Creed wouldn't have done this unless he thought it was like downpour.
Okay, so I'm going to make initiative order here. Hold on.
Yeah, you stick an angel in front of me and I freak out.
So let's see. Lillian got 12, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tatiana, if you really want to be there, I will allow you to be there. Because that conversation happened a while.
I don't want to be there.
Okay.
She
I
really
have-
doesn't want to be there.
I really have no reason being there.
Okay.
This
You
is
don't
not
have
my
to worry then.
scene.
Not like you want to talk to your brother or anything.
Well, I wouldn't talk to my brother there. He can come visit me at my residence, like a normal person.
All right. So let's see. So Zoe got 19. What did Talon get again?
14, I believe.
Okay, so Talon at
Yep.
14. Lillian at 12. Creed got what?
Reed still has 10, I believe.
Okay, 10. All right. And then I need to roll for the goons, who are really good. Alrighty then. Lillian, what is your dex?
My dex is a. Let me check. I believe it's a 2.
Okay, so Sniper will go first. Or snipers, I should say.
Motherfucker.
And Bob, of course, got 8. Okay. So since new combat has started, is everyone okay with me just starting initiative from the top?
Yep.
Or would you like me to continue from Lillian down to Creed up to the top?
You might as well finish the round.
Considering
if
what
it's a
just
round.
happened,
But I think this is a whole new combat scene at this point.
I know
Maybe
it
simply-
is a new combat scene. However, I will allow the players to decide what they wish to do. If you wish to start at the top, that is perfectly okay. Or we can start the combat scene from Lillian down to what just happened. However, Creed technically did act, and Lillian withdrew. So whatever you guys
Lillian's
feel like
gonna
proper.
withdraw because she's too wounded to
Right,
basically fight this thing. She understands her weaknesses.
right, and Bob will just do the summoning thing. So in that case, we'll just go ahead and start from the top. Gargoyle will go. This thing spreads its wings and looks at Lillian, and then looks at Creed. It's going to hold out one hand towards Lillian, one hand towards Creed, and fire a laser at both. It has to split his dice pool, so he's got kind of a shitty dice pool for this. This first one will be against Creed.
Defense is 4.
This next one will be against
It's
Lillian.
You're in initiative.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Either way, 0.
All right.
There were no hits on either of you. However, Yeah, that's right. He's got that AoE. Clash of Wills. Actually, never mind. He rolls, and it's just minus your guys' resolve. What is your resolve, Creed?
3.
What is your resolve, Lillian?
2.
Okay, so one will be 3, one will be 2. So Creed, he gets 1 hit. Lillian, he gets no hits. So Creed. That is really nasty. Okay, Creed.
Yeah.
He takes a willpower.
Oh, not my willpowers.
And that's all he can do because he shot and missed like a bitch. So it's now Zoe's turn.
Help.
Like,
So, as far as I can tell, this is going to be a breaking point because
you have witnessed a horror happen in front of
this is a bit much. Kind of weird to see some dude cutting himself, and then all of a sudden, a giant literal demon. This is a little bit weird.
A little giant weird demon named Bob.
Well, I doubt she heard that part. But anyway, if I'm just slapping things together, it might be a +3, but then -2 because this is violence mixed with a supernatural occurrence. Anything else you want to go for here?
I mean, you're potentially protecting yourself. There's no killing yet, so you can't say killing self-defense or anything like that. But I don't know what your virtue is. So, but you can also, like, the storyteller can also modify it a bit based on your propensity for violence in general.
I'm going to say, Zoe, go ahead and give yourself an extra dice.
So, should be making this at a +2. If I remember correctly, that's resolve and composure.
Yeah. Resolve for your fortitude, composure to not freak the hell out.
This is fun.
On a success, you can choose guilty, shaken, or spooked condition, and on exceptional, you don't take the condition. You actually get a beat and a point of willpower.
But she failed.
Actually shocked that fails. I mean, she gets a beat just for having a breaking point threatened.
Yeah, so guilty, shaken, or spooked conditions.
Actually got the
Pretty
book
sure
right
she-
here.
Pretty sure she
Do you
still
want
loses
to
one.
make a dramatic failure?
Oh, man.
Get 2 beats?
No.
That sounds dangerous.
Those conditions are ridiculous. Fogue, broken, or madness? No.
So guilt is -2 to any resolving composure rolls to defend against subterfuge, empathy, and intimidation.
Spooked. Easily spooked. I enjoy spooked. It's a fun
If
condition.
you already know what they do, then I don't really need the book open right now.
Well, there goes our first integrity. That was fast.
Shaken. Oh, you can opt to fail the roll to shed the condition for shaken. And then spooked. Fear and fascination causes her to do something that hinders the group or complicates things. All right. That'll be interesting.
So, what does Zoe technically have to do right now?
To do what? To shed the condition?
No, just like, what does she do? Can she still act against it, or
Oh
does she
yeah,
run?
she can still do
Okay.
whatever, but she had the breaking point. She experienced it. She took the condition. It's not like she's going to suffer it every turn, I don't think.
Not that I know of. That would be a ridiculous amount of beats, and she would die instantly. So let's not.
Yeah.
let's see. I'm kind of doubting this, but I would like to do something fancy.
Okay.
How much inspiration would she have to pay out to have a grenade on her person?
1.
Cool. She produces a grenade and she's gonna throw it at it. Like all of them. She has no idea what's going on. Fuck all of that noise in that general direction.
Are you throwing it at Bob or the giant metal Goliath that just attacked
All of
your
it.
ally?
She's hoping it hits everything. She has no idea what's going on over there.
Okay.
G Talon, thanks for bringing her.
So,
It doesn't have
I mean,
that much of a
the-
blast radius anyway.
well,
the flying one is probably freaking
I
her
think
out the
I think
most.
I'm out of
The
I'm out
flying
of
one
range
is
since I decided to just get out of.
it's okay.
No. Go
I'll
ahead.
let you guys declare. I'll let you guys declare once in your turn. I rolled a 5 on the
She's-
scatter chart. So
she's trying to target the thing that's flying.
yeah,
I'll
roll me
say that.
Well, it's not flying, but roll me strength athletics to throw the grenade. And you're not even aiming, so no minuses.
I thought she was aiming.
Well, she's throwing it at him, but she's not specifically trying to target something specific with the thrown object.
Alright.
She's just throwing it in a general
Oh.
area, like, haha, you know,
It's more of a adrenaline fueled. Oh shit!
yeah.
I would hate to call this reckless.
It kind of is reckless.
Cool. I'll take a willpower and then I'll immediately spend it.
Okay, go ahead, strength athletics.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
You can use Dex depending on whether or not it's aerodynamic.
Doesn't matter.
It's a grenade.
Yeah.
It's the same either way.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Do you want to make that a critical failure?
That's gonna suck for you. That
No.
is like suicide.
Okay, it's not a critical failure, so you do miss, and the grenade goes past. Kind of goes over because I rolled the dice chart, so it'll go over its head, and it'll kind of blow up behind him, and no damage will be done to anybody. But it's going to blow up on the other side of the roof. It's going to be a. So that's Zoe's turn. Talon.
She will drop prone if she has a move still left.
Yeah, go ahead. You may.
What the actual fuck is that thing?
Sounds like you didn't sign up for this. I understand if you want to leave. Just like real nonchalant, just like I'm sorry. I told you I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't think it
I'm
was.
sorry.
Gonna be
This is
crazy.
awkward. This is an awkward first date, isn't it?
This is not the after party I imagined. It's pretty much going down like that too. It's just like you didn't sign up for this. This is not what I imagined. My apologies. I need quick draws as well. There are a lot of big nasty things over there. I can still say a little bit more without using my action. So it's kind of like just a loud, what the fuck?
I will remind you, you just saw the gargoyle shoot at.
He did
Creed-
just
Creed-
shoot at
Creed and Lillian.
So, yeah,
Creed and Lillian,
okay,
yeah.
and I know who Creed is, so I'll probably take a shot at the gargoyle.
I would love it if
You-
the I would
know
love.
who Lillian is too.
Hold
I
on.
would have I would have loved it if he had
Yeah.
taken a critical botch, because then Creed summons Bob. Bob goes to do his roar thing and opens his mouth. The grenade bounces off the angel, goes into Bob's mouth.
I would have pointed out critical failures normally affect the player.
I know. I'm just saying it would have been hilarious.
I know, but it would have hurt me so badly.
In all honesty, what I probably would have done was just had the grenade bounce back at her.
Yeah.
Keep in mind it's aggravated at ground zero. So I'm just going to take the turn to aim and assess for any supernatural weaknesses, a la Eye of Heaven.
This guy's going to be an interesting one. Half, it's part of him is registering as Vanilla Mortal. The other half is registering as some kind of supernatural human-ish thing. The other half you can't seem to register, though.
Okay, well that's my. It takes an action to aim and that stuff. So
All right. Sniper's turn. They're gonna both aim. Lillian.
Yeah.
So you were in bliss. You had just basically killed one of your supposed aggravators, and then he turned into something that looked like a nightmare, and then Creed summoned something that looked like a nightmare. What are you doing?
I'm gonna make a wise decision. I'm hurt pretty badly. I'm gonna back off from the fight.
You're gonna retreat?
Yeah.
Like you're declaring retreat? Okay, so you're gonna head to the ladder and start going down?
I'm gonna head to the ladder.
Okay,
Can I do one more thing I almost forgot about?
go ahead.
What's the highest composure in this scene?
6.
Manipulation, stealth.
I think I know who has that 6.
So it's a chance die.
Mhm.
Who knows? Nope. Okay, never mind. Okay,
never
mind.
So Lillian, you're retreating to the ladder, and you're gonna try and go get some patched up or whatever.
We got a hot mic. Or...
Yeah, just gonna be smart about this.
Okay.
The deal was for Matchup Malone, not that abomination.
Okay, Lillian. Since you're running away, but it's naturally downpouring, and this is a long ways away. Roll me dexterity stealth +2. Who am I echoing on?
It's dexterity plus stealth plus 2. So that'd be 4. So that's 6 total then.
Mhm.
A success.
Okay. The sniper is going to try and hit you. You see a bullet ricochet off to your side, Lillian.
Lillian, he's echoing off of you.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So
I don't know why it keeps echoing. I'm sorry.
no worries.
Pop out and back in real quick. Usually that fixes it.
Either way. No.
That's
Still.
not the popping out, man, Brandon.
Well, crying out loud, hold it on. Yeah, just everyone mute when you're not talking. How about that? And then when you talk, turn on. All right. So Lillian, you hear a bullet come whizzing by your head, and it hits off the stone as you get down. You're able to climb down you are able to get to the ladder and climb all the way down, though. So you're now on the ground floor. Any other declarations you wish to do before I move on the turn?
Get into a defensive position when the sniper earshot misses me.
Okay, so you're going to take cover then. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Creed.
Creed's pulling on his ballista gear. Mainly a helmet in his ride gear.
Mm-hmm. That's what
which is a turn. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
much it.
All right. Bobby. Let's see. This thing that Bob is fighting is immune to fear, so Bob's just going to run forward and do his claw attacks. This thing's got a high defense and Bob's got a high attack, so let's just go ahead and roll it here. That's 1. So you see Bob kind of jump for this thing, starts clawing at it, and this metal is really tough. Now Bob is basically trying to grapple with the thing. That'll be Bob's turn since he can't do anything about that. So back up to the toppy with Gargoyle. Can't do much with the freaking laser beam, so let's do a different power. Yeah, let's do that. He's gonna back up. He's gonna target Bob, Talon, and Creed with this. That's 1, 2, 3. That's -3. Creed. Let's see. Bob's composure is like 2. Talon, what's your composure?
3.
3. Creed, what's your composure? Creed, what's your composure? Oh, he's down at the moment. Okay. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 -3. So taking
3.
penalty.
Sorry.
Yeah, so he's taking a penalty. So he might as well spend a point on this because this could do some real damage. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh. One, two, three, 4. Very nice. Does he want to do that? Yeah, he'll do that. Why not? So Talon and Creed and Bob. You each take 4 lethal damage. And Creed, Talon, and Bob all lose a willpower as it is sucked from you. That is his turn. It's down to Zoe.
Stop taking my goddamn willpowers. Also, does that have armor piercing?
It is a mystical attack that is a psychic attack, so I don't think armor does anything for that.
Zoe is just going to spend her turn aiming.
Okay. If he shoots you with the laser, Creed, yes, armor will account for that. By half. Okay, Zoe's going to aim. Talon. That hurt.
Yeah. I've got a hard choice to make here. I'm going to attempt to blind him. This isn't a targeted attack. This is the effect of an atavism.
Mm-hmm.
It'll look like I'm shooting my bow, but I'm actually using the Sand in the Eyes effect of Stormlash, which is dexterity plus athletics minus his defense against every target in front of him, but I'm mainly going after the gargoyle.
Okay.
The ability causes no damage, but a
Right.
successful attack applies the blinded tilt for that turn for 1 turn per Daughter of the Beast's lair.
Right. So does he have? So you minus his defense?
Yes.
Okay. His defense is 6.
Okay. And I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna make it rogue because the damage doesn't do anything here. Disregard that. You said 6 defense?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I will spend a point of willpower because otherwise I'm not gonna hit him. Derp.
So ignore that last roll then.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
being a pain in the ass. Oh, I did get a success. Jesus. Very
That's a hit.
close.
He's blinded.
For 3 turns.
Okay.
Blinded characters lose their defense and suffer either -5 or they're reduced to a chance die for physical actions. I'm just going to double check that.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. He's blinded. He actually doesn't have anything for that. So yeah, he's blinded. And he's got a -3 to melee hits.
-5 and loss of all defense because it's literally just a
Okay.
wave of crap in his face, not a targeted attack.
All right. That was pretty good. So sniper's turn. Other sniper's gonna aim at you because he's been aiming for a couple turns now. Talon.
Is he switching targets?
No, there's 2 snipers.
Oh, okay. There's
One
two.
is focused on Lily, and one is focused on the roof. Two.
That's
And then what's your armor?
my armor is 1-3, but I'm gonna reflexively enter the shadows,
Okay.
and I'm actually like it's nighttime, right?
It is nighttime.
Okay. So he just hits a shadow. It doesn't do anything.
Okay. Reflexive action. So yeah, hits the roof singles. See it shatter. And Creed, you're close enough to see this. You can see the kind of spray from the bullet just spray all over the place. Lillian is no longer in combat, but Lillian, I'll go ahead and say, declare what you're doing. Declare what you're doing.
She's probably gonna have to figure out about these ag wounds first. But foremost, she's probably gonna get to the club as a sort of retreat.
Okay, so go ahead and make me 2 dexterity athletics checks, please.
Is this with the bonus 2?
No, because that was for concealment from the rain.
Ah. Athletics. Okay. And does this count for my specialty in running?
I'll say for this circumstance, yeah.
So that's dexterity plus athletics. So that's 5 plus 2. That's 7 dex. First success is a critical.
You don't need to roll any more than that will be enough. The sniper tries to get a beat on you and he can't. You manage to actually get out. Since you're fast enough with your speed, you're able to actually get out and away. You have now officially left the scene.
All right.
Forgive me, I've been muting your mic, Lillian, when I talk, just so I don't get that echo. Let's see here. Who is next? Creed.
All right. First, Creed is going to be super pissed at some people if he survives this. Because no one told him that he was going to go meet with a crazy psycho bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's forewarning. Next, I am going to try to run up and take a headshot at this thing with my glove.
Okay.
So that's -3. It doesn't have defense though right now.
And yeah,
Has no defense.
And I'm spending a blood also.
Mhm.
So that's 3 successes.
Mhm.
Plus I'm spending blood to activate vigor.
Mhm.
Plus, so 1 second. Sorry. So that's going to be 9 damage, but it's to count as sorry. Yeah, 12 damage for applying the stun tilt.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah, he's stunned.
All right.
Doesn't take as much damage as you thought he'd do, but he does take the stun tilt.
Yeah, that was my goal.
Mm-hmm. So Creed and Bob. So Bob's gonna go, and he no longer gets his defense. Bob's gonna go ahead and roll max dice. Come on, Bob.
Tear him to Bob. God damn it, Bob.
Still enough to do some damage. As Bob starts to do some damage, and he's got him grappled now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, shucks, it's back up to the top of my boy, and he's blind. He's got no defense. He's stunned. He's not going to do shit. Zoe, you're up.
Oh, jeez. See, now her shot's ruined.
Well, here's the cool thing about Bob. Bob doesn't invoke the penalty when he grapples. This is a specific creature trait that I found in a book, and it's fucking awesome. If Bob is grappled with a creature, he does not invoke the penalty because you are still technically considered an ally. So the shooting into grappled penalty does not apply here.
So you have a clear shot.
Mm-hmm.
She'll take it.
And you've been aiming. And I'm going to argue that, I'll tell you what, just because you've been having a really hard night, Rex, I'll tell you what, if you spend a willpower on this roll, I'll give you a beat. Because you've been botching like crazy.
I'm not entirely sure, but okay, yeah.
Sure.
Jeez.
I'll be nice, because that's literally been, I counted, that's like 3 or 4 botches in a row you've done tonight.
3,
So
6, 7.
You've been aiming for, I think, 2
6.
turns.
9 then. Okay.
Whoa.
5 successes. She wasn't aiming anywhere specific, so that was
That's more
5
than
damage from the rifle.
That's more than 5 successes.
I gave it exploding, so
Okay. Oh,
it was 9 dice, and you count out the numbers. It's 1, 2.
Yep, 10. I need to calculate damage Bob just did.
Yeah, she rolled 2 extra dice.
Guess what?
It's dead.
Yeah. You
Or it's pissed off, one or the other.
you reach up, you fire straight into the chest. The area where Bob had scratched had left an opening. 3 like massive claw marks like go across its chest, and you can see the inner workings. And boom, your bullet flies and goes right in between those claw marks. It hits the core, and the thing starts to kind of, and you can see the nanomachines that Lillian put in it earlier start to kind of overwhelm it, and it literally starts to disintegrate before your eyes into dust.
hopefully that's not another breaking point.
Actually, is that related to the God machine?
Whatever would make you think that?
Life experience, we'll say. Zoe wouldn't know what the hell it is, only that something is telling her she's seen this before.
Yes, this is related to the God Machine.
Cool. She ducks back down again, and now she's hyperventilating because that's weird.
Yep. So the thing just and starts to disintegrate and just melt.
I think
Combat's-
Talon's gonna like be right there, like you
Combat's
didn't sign
over.
up for this. I'm sorry. I never meant for this to happen. No, normally this is nothing like what we come home to.
This normally doesn't happen.
Yeah, I swear, man, I swear. In Talon's case, it's less than
terrible
I
joke.
swear, and it's hey, this literally has never happened before.
Yeah, so Lillian, when you're not talking, go ahead and mute the mic yourself so I don't have to keep pressing it. There we go. Excelente. So I will have what happens because Lillian will eventually get back to the club pretty quickly.
And at the same time, Tatiana is going to get a text basically saying, "You, me, need to talk. Don't fucking send crazy people at me." To me.
So you pretty much send 3 question marks.
Almost just died. Because of your wherever she is.
Talon is 4 lethal and only 1 willpower left, so he's chilling out next to Zoe. But like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Creed was talking about Lillian, not Zoe. I thought Creed was
Okay.
talking about Zoe.
No, I'm fine with Zoe. Zoe's great. She just killed this thing. I'm talking about the woman who stabbed
yeah,
Yeah, if I
The
can
woman
get a
who made
moment-
all this problem.
yeah,
when
who
you
stabbed
get a moment,
Malone.
I can't really
Mm.
talk loudly.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
So first
so,
things first. First things first. I gotta award some stuff.
Yeah.
So that was a tough combat. Everyone gets a beat.
cool.
Who took more? Besides Lillian, who did anyone take more than half? Because this is something I like to do.
I
More
did.
than half. What do you mean?
damage. Yeah, I took more than half my damage.
I'm 1 box away from wound penalties, and it's all lethal.
Okay, I will give Creed
Oh,
and
sorry. Bastion.
yeah, I will give Creed and Talon 1 for damage, so another beat. Zoe, in total, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. Lillian, in total, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beats.
She had an aspiration in there about this
Mhm.
whole date, which has gone
Mhm.
swimmingly.
This whole thing has gone to hell. And of course, Creed, Bob is just now kind of looking at you like,
Hey,
Snipers,
I
hunt
helped
them down.
Lillian. Don't I get a beat? It's one of my aspirations.
you will at the end of the session. So let me go ahead and do what happens on the roof, and then I'll say what happens when Lillian comes back to meet Tatiana. So, Creed, Bob is kind of like,
But I'm not at the club, damn it, it's closed.
well, too bad. I'm going to tell you what happens to Lillian, then I'm going to say what happens to Tatiana. Either way, Bob is looking at Creed, tilting his head like a little puppy lost puppy dog.
Snipers, hunt.
It goes, "Arr!" And it goes and it starts charging off toward the other building. And just for the living heck of that, even though combat is over, another sniper bullet kind of explodes close to you, Creed, but doesn't hit you.
Creed pays no attention as he walks over to the other two. By the way, just to make it clear, at this point he's in full riot gear with a ballistic helmet on.
Yeah, Talon's
Like a blackout
cautious right now.
ballistic helmet. Well,
So am,
He's
I,
like he's a cornered beast. What can I say?
am I shooting him next? Please tell me I'm not shooting
he
him
just
next.
kind of puts his hand on your rifle, and he's like, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of like will wait to see what happens because I don't know if he's pissed at us or not.
he's going to walk up and go, "Well, lovebirds, your timing is fortuitous."
Talon just laughs like he hasn't laughed in years, and it kind of fills him with a certain spirit, like he's a part of something now, and he's kind of had his arm around Zoe's shoulders, like kind of assessing, making sure we're okay, and you see that he's got pretty serious wounds actually, but he's happy to share in the moment.
Mm-hmm. You guys can also look over and you can see the nanomachines that Lillian put in. They're starting to... You see the thing, like the gargoyle, kind of start to come back and reconstitute itself and crawl towards you. And then the nanomachines start to wave over it and eat it.
Noise.
And eventually they just eat the whole thing. And then you can see some sparks fizzle out where the nanomachines were.
I'm not normally the type to repeat myself, but what the fuck is that thing? And what the fuck are you?
I didn't actually do anything too overtly
Oh,
supernatural.
she's pointing at Creed
thankfully.
at this point.
Oh.
Well, I'm Creed.
It gives
Points over in the distance to, I'm assuming, or I points to the gargoyle, goes, don't know what the fuck that thing was, but it was supposed to be a gangster I knew about. Don't know how I turned into a giant thing. And the creature that just ran to the distance is Bob.
Talon the whole time is like got that hands motion by his neck, like
Yeah, by the way, Talon and Creed, you're both bleeding out your ears.
Yeah, I'm using I'm started to heal because I'm spending one of my vitae for that.
if I want to heal not like a human, I have to call down my lair, which is A, very difficult, and B, you guys don't really want to go there. So,
I'm texting the doctor right now.
cool. He'll take his hand off Zoe's gun, thinking like maybe it was inappropriate or something, but like, you know, Talon doing Talon things.
I mean, not really. She asked the question, are we shooting him next? And that was the answer. So
Yeah.
she kind of military style kind of lowers the rifle. She's kind of holding it in both arms now.
He apologizes, and he's like looking at the ground, like not Japanese style, but like just kind of like his head's down, and he's apologizing. I knew that I didn't know that what I was getting into. I expected more gangsters personally. We did have a recent attack from the Joker and his goons, but nothing like this has ever happened.
Why are
since
you
I've come
here
to town.
anyways?
He'll show the text actually to Creed.
Do
Like
I
he'll actually pull out his phone and show it to Creed.
Yeah,
'Cause
Creed, you don't recognize the number, but apparently someone informed them that you and Lillian were going to be in trouble.
That is weird.
By
Huh.
the way, Creed,
Yeah.
you do notice something in the wreckage of the nanomachines.
What is it?
It's a small black coin with a little green question mark on it.
God fucking damn it. I say as I walk over, grabbing a plastic baggie and sort of poking it out with a stick and then picking it up.
Phone rings. Creed,
I'm going to answer. Edward?
hello, Creed. Did you like that little display? I have to say, that was a beautiful test, and what? You deserve a round of applause for that sporting athleticism. I have to admit, I did not account for Lillian being there, but that's okay. I can always make another one. Still, bravo display. I know what I need to fix with my machines. You've done a great service to me.
Holds up the phone, looking at it, and just giving it the finger.
Now, Creed, that's very obscene and rude. After all, I am paying you for this. Now, to be fair, I'm sure you and I can work something out. I mean, I know I've been a little bit rude, but it has been for a good cause, and you have been getting paid. After all, look at your bank account if you don't believe me.
I have a
Nonetheless,
bank account.
I have more to I have more to do with that. Now, I would very much like to do more experiments with you, Creed. If you wish to proceed in the future, that is. Although I do not think some of your colleagues and friends appreciate my work. So, unfortunately, due to the circumstances that have been presented to me, I'm going to have to start doing something a little bit drastic. I get it. You know, I apologize, Creed. I didn't want to do this. But my allies are forcing my hand. Your allies and friends will start to disappear one by one unless you can solve these riddles in the amounted time given. You have 24 hours to solve the first one, and then the second one will be given to you in 48 hours, and the third one in 36, and so on and so forth. For each hour you go over without solving the riddle, your friends and allies will be abducted and killed, and I will send them back to you piece by piece. Is that understood? Go ahead.
You
Town
fucking
blanches.
Creed just slowly nods and goes, I'm going to find you and rip your heart out and feed it to Bob.
Oh, talk dirty to me.
And then he walks over to his shelter, grabs a notepad, and goes, okay, what's the riddles?
The riddles come on the text format, and let me get them for you. The green, yeah, the screen kind of is black, and then it comes up with like a green question mark. And I'm going to send them to you personally, Creed. Riddle number 1. Riddle number 2. And I'm typing riddle number 3. Those are the 3 riddles.
And we lost Creed.
Talon like deeply regrets bringing Zoe here now. Out of character was fun, but in character he just heard all that. You know, we're gonna take your friends and dismember them bit, and he's just like, but I just made these friends.
And Creed, I sent you the 3 riddles.
Yep. So Creed is going to say, I am something people love or hate. I change people's appearance and thought.
We already
If
had this one.
people take care of themselves, I will go even higher. To some people, I will fool them. To others, I am a mystery. Some people might want to try and hide me, but I will show.
I know. He's giving it to Creed again.
Age?
Because no one took him up on the first one. You are
Oh, we
correct on the
did.
first one. You did it.
Only
First-
one color, but not
But we did answer it.
size.
Zillik did.
I know, but that's the thing is no one followed up on it, so he's giving it to him again.
Oh.
one size. Stuck at the bottom, it easily flies. Present in the sun, but not in the rain. Do no harm and feel no pain. What am I? Only one color. But not one
I will be right back.
size. Stuck at the bottom, yet easily flies. Present in the sun, but not in the rain. Do no harm. Doing no harm. Only one color, but not one size. Stuck at the bottom, yet easily flies. Present in the sun, but not in the rain. Doing no harm, in feeling no pain. What is it?
Can you copy paste it in the side chat?
Yep.
All right.
1 second. Sorry about that. Only one color, but not one size. Stuck at the bottom, yet easily flies. Present in the sun, but not in the rain. Doing no harm, feels no pain. What is it?
Well, I can't help you because I'm not there.
Well, I have 48 hours to solve this one. But I'm going to take a. How many guesses do I get?
I'll give you a hint.
Actually, wait. How many guesses do I get? Riddler.
I'll do it
A
right.
shadow.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you have there 3 more people, so you can
Yeah.
consult with them.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that was
shadow.
correct.
And then the final one. What is everything to someone but nothing to anyone?
Think.
Your mind?
Yes.
Did you already get these? All the 3 of these?
I've been looking at riddles ever since the Riddler thing started.
Ah. You're not.
Metagaming.
That's how you prepare.
Now, did you do that in character?
No, I'm not there.
No, I'm saying, did you look at riddles in character?
I don't know, but probably just to be on the safe side. Because on that first riddle, yeah, it was like a few days. Like I don't know.
Oh, the first one's easy.
Well, it wasn't easy for me.
What was the third one anyway? Is it in chat now?
Yeah, it's in chat. It's above the second one. The first one I didn't put in chat because I got it right away.
Yeah.
General? Nope.
No, inside the side chat for SteamYard.
Only one color. Yeah, we just did that one.
Huh? Yeah,
I thought
that's
there was another one.
the other one. So the first one was one that I answered that I didn't put in chat, which
Yeah.
was
Age. And this was the second one. I thought there was 3.
So the second one is the third one is was everything to someone, but nothing to anyone else.
Memories?
Your mind.
Oh, you're mine. That's fair. I mean, I would have got there eventually.
Yeah. That's what I'm guessing for that one.
The storyteller's here?
No?
No, I think he's demolishing the room there, or some shit.
He got yelled at real life aggro just like me.
I mean, he gave his girlfriend ample warning that this is happening.
So, yeah, Creed's going to start definitely buying resilience after all this. That's what next month's purchases are all about.
The rate I've been getting experience isn't bad. Like, I can't spend it till the end of the month, and that's okay. But I'll be able to be a lot more team-oriented. Like, I managed to do something useful here that wasn't going to screw everyone up. So that was cool.
I've been... My whole nice thing is I gave myself the addiction. When I built this guy, I gave myself the addiction
Persistent condition. So when I screw things up because I'm drunk or I'm talking my mouth off. Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of XP too.
Because honestly,
yeah, that's right. I get beasts for satiety.
Yeah, that's why, to keep up with you guys, the beasts who get.
How the fuck will I do that? Because
I don't know.
I'm not like it's 1 beat per. As far as I know, you can't get a beat from the same thing in the same scene. So
Yeah,
like, if I go down or up a satiety, fine. But if I go up 2 stages of satiety, then
I mean,
I'm not sure. Like I know it counts, but like I haven't been counting.
correct
it that
me
much.
if I'm wrong, but Rexford, Andrew got how many XP? 6 XP from just satiety.
I don't want to make a big deal of that.
I know.
Yeah, beasts, mages. There's certain splats that can definitely
Yeah.
get XP.
Yeah,
There is a system for vampires called blood beats that
We should
the
talk
storyteller
about.
Can look into.
yeah, because it gets a bit unbalanced, I believe.
I'm going to talk to him after this campaign, after the session, about implementing blood beats so we can keep up with the other splats that are designed for quicker XP.
It wasn't all just satiety, but it was mostly satiety.
Yeah, but
But yeah, so far I haven't gotten more than 2 beats in a single session.
A lot of so I've been getting lucky with my aspirations. Like I was starving before the session, so I was like, okay, I should feed. I'll make that a short-term aspiration,
Oh,
right?
I have been fulfilling aspirations all the time. That's not.
Yeah, I just got. I've been fulfilling like between two and three aspirations a session. That's kind of awesome, but also not typical. And that's
I-
sheer luck on my part.
I've fulfilled
Hold on a sec. Emergency is happening downstairs, so I will be back as soon as I can. Go ahead and roleplay amongst yourselves for right now.
Okay. Be safe.
I solved all my. I hit at least 2 of my aspirations today.
2 aspirations, addicted, and
Yeah.
wound
I've hit
penalties.
one, and I want to hit the second one if that is possible, but we'll
Yeah.
see. Because you guys are hogging the whole fucking scene. Damn it!
You should have come.
I was not intending that, I promise.
Here's the thing: my character had no reason to be there, and seemed to be out of place. It just doesn't work that way. It's not
Yeah,
supposed to
but
be
your
there,
character
know?
just sitting at her house.
No, she's not sitting at her house. Actually,
Well,
there
I'm
is
sorry.
something that I had planned to do. And yeah, there is something that I was planning to do. Something that you asked me to do.
Oh, talk to Wayne.
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm a social character. I'm not for combat all the time. I'm mostly for other stuff.
yeah, same here. My character's not built for social. I'm not built for combat.
I'm the opposite, so at least we have
You
a
have-
balanced troop, I guess.
Well, you have more tricks though.
That's because all I'm investing are tricks.
Like pretty much all I can do in combat is grapple, brawl, and dominate.
Hey, Dominic, don't underestimate that shit, man.
Well, yeah, but still, it doesn't always work. Okay, so far, to be fair, during combat it has worked both times.
You know what you need to get?
What?
Creed has some tiger claws you can have. You know the weapon tiger claws?
Yeah, but I don't
They-
know if it's.
They
it's
run
You
off
use it with brawl.
Oh,
It'll give you 2 lethal damage.
ew.
Yeah, claws, brass knuckles, there's H daggers or piercing daggers.
I have brass knuckles.
You see, what
And a chain.
I talked to the GM because my guy was shopping underground. It has a bunch of contacts and everything. And I was able to get basically a special shock claw.
Well, we'll see,
Comment.
because now Creed is pissed at me. But to be fair, what did you expect would happen?
Well, I didn't expect this crazy girl to stab this guy several times, him to turn into a giant motherfucking gargoyle,
To be
and the girl
fair,
to just run away.
the first part I expected, the second part I did not.
He's not pissed that he's kind of shocked. So didn't realize you guys were going to stab this guy. I thought Creed thought you guys want to ask him questions.
I told you to go to a safe location, not at the club, and send me the address. I mean,
Yeah, Creed.
would that be a typical thing that Tatiana does to do that?
Let me put it this way: the club was just attacked. It's not secure.
Oh no, she wouldn't. Well, it's not just that. Though.
But like a out of character, he wasn't partially expecting that. And honestly, if it was just that, he would have been fine.
So,
But then
Yeah,
the girl,
the other stuff were not expected. But the girl was. But would you really expect her to be there, one, or to make that suggestion if she didn't expect shit to go
Look,
down?
I'm not going to argue any of that. But again, what he's really, really pissed about, he could have gone over the rest. Your security guard comes, stabs this guy. He turns into Angel. And your security guard just books it, leaving me to deal with the giant gargoyle. Not even like, bye, I need to retreat or anything. Just abandons the, runs away.
Well, that's not something that is on me. I wouldn't have expected that to happen.
Your employee.
Well, this was her personal business. It wasn't ordered. But anyway, you guys do some role play there until Brandon's back.
I mean, Talon's mostly trying to make sure Zoe's okay and not bleed out on himself. He simultaneously doesn't want to leave her alone, or the rest of you, because that was a massive fight. But at the same time, I don't have Relentless Assault, so I can't heal unless I go into my lair, and it's very expensive.
I think I'm dragging you to the dock. Doctor.
Well, he's not
So
around,
is-
but I think we're just gonna assume he's like Pokeballed around.
Yeah.
Zoe's mostly busy checking her rifle, going through her ammunition, giving Creed the side eye.
All you saw was me summon a demon.
We got here after that, like just after that.
It's like, I didn't ask who you were, I asked what you were.
I didn't do anything strange.
She did see your hands disappear and come back in a pool of blood.
No, my hands were ripped open.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh,
I
made it
cut
sound like
I cut
Okay.
I cut across my hands.
yeah.
Oh, okay. We were under the assumption your hands were like cut off of the end of your arms, kind of thing.
No, I
No.
was under the impression he was slashing his wrists open.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
still pretty bad, but yeah.
I've seen that kind of stuff before.
Oh,
Once.
yeah? Talon gives you like this that quizzical look, but it's more serious. Like you're a part of, not like you're a part of this, but just quizzical. We'll just stick with quizzical.
I was a kid back then. I didn't know what I was doing.
He kind of shoots a glance over to Creed, like,
Creed thus shrugs and says, "Look, kid." Or not kid.
Relatively speaking, probably.
Relatively speaking, yeah. But he's not going to say that. Look, Dollface. Ain't my secret to tell. And it ain't really something you should think about. Best just to forget what you saw here. If you can't, we're going to have a long talk about secrecy, who you can tell, and where we go from here.
Talon kind of butts in, like, almost like a cutting motion with his hand, and He's not mad. He's not like trying to show off that he's aggressive or anything. He's just kind of like, hey, he understands, and he's pretty sure she understands too. So we don't need things to escalate again here.
Oh no, Creed. I will say this: while Creed is saying this, he doesn't seem to be showing any sign of tension or anything like that.
Okay, because like a guy in a riot gear's like, if we find out we can't trust you.
Yeah,
Okay.
riot gear with a full ballistic helmet, so you can't even see my face.
Yeah, that's why Talon was like, whoa, no.
So where did Lillian go?
She ran back to the club apparently.
She
What
noped out.
club? It's in a mess, but okay. Like, I think that's been said 5 times now.
Yeah, she just noped out.
Take it from her perspective. Her mark turned into a giant gargoyle, and she was about to get knocked out.
Yeah, she seemed like she took a lot of damage there.
I was one box away from being fully knocked out.
Look, out of character, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's not like we're mad.
Yeah,
In
I
character,
know. I don't care.
Out of
Freeze
character.
mad
The,
that the psycho bitch tried to stab a new friend and then run away.
the deviant is being psychotic. Who would have guessed?
Self-destructive, psychotic, and possibly simply taking their losses and running away before telling anybody else. I don't make very many friends.
I think Zoe's the only one here that was present for the scene that didn't get hurt in any way, shape, or form, despite the botched grenade roll.
Yeah, she's lucky.
This is
It's her
Domino,
superpower.
guys.
once Creed, after this, Creed's going to feed and heal right back up.
I can spend Satiety Heal.
God, how much vitae does he have?
He's
Probably
down
his
to
shooting grounds.
he doesn't have he's down to 4 vitae, but because I have heard up to 3 now. But
You
more
have a hunger
importantly,
frenzy check. That's probably irrelevant now.
but more importantly, I got a 2 things. I fed off Mattress Malone before you guys came.
No, that's true.
Second, well, once we're done here, because I got like a triple critical success once on hunting, my critical success said for the next 2 weeks, whenever you need to go hunting, if you come back here, you can spend an hour and just get full vitae.
Nice.
Mm.
That's actually pretty good, because
Yeah.
if you had 100 Vitae, that's like significant.
Yes.
I guess Zoe would. Well, then again, most of it got eaten, didn't it?
Which,
The angel part of whatever that was.
yeah, there's pretty much just the question mark or whatever Creed picked up from the machine.
When Zoe was younger, she fell into something of superstructure when it comes to the God machine.
Fun times.
And she should have died, but she didn't.
There are so many downsides to you being mortal, and I can't even Google you because I'm not playing that spot. But that's okay. I'm not the person who cares about Masquerade. They are. Cough, cough. I kind of do care.
I don't know how a talent would fit into that.
What's a masquerade?
Masquerade is the vampires. It's both their individual cover to not expose supernaturals, but it's also like a tradition.
It's joking. I'm a walking supernatural masquerade break.
Yeah, I thought that was the guy playing the deviant.
I mean, it's a cyberpunk futuristic place. I mean, cyborgy things are probably a thing.
Yeah, technology is sufficiently indistinguishable from magic, probably.
I permanently have the hunted condition
Nice.
because of how absolutely out of place I look, even compared to the average person.
I mean, Zoe has probably seen cyborgs, yes, but she hasn't seen a cyborg with those types of parts before.
Yeah, the kind that literally break your
It's not even
mind.
cyborg; she's just fully robotic.
I am back.
Yeah, she's made of the infrastructure. She's a demon, pretty much.
How have the players been faring?
Not bad. It's a little
The
bit roleplay here and
riddles,
there.
the riddles have been answered.
Creed, there will be an address sent to your phone. It's way outside of Gotham. Don't know what it is, don't know what could be out there. That's all that comes on the phone.
It's a text, right? So Talon's not going to hear this.
Mhm. Creed also gets a text from 2 unknown numbers, although they identify themselves to be SP and E. But they give you a code which the Invictus uses, so you imagine that they're probably with the Invictus. Those are the 3 texts you get.
Where are they posted?
Oh, I didn't post it anywhere. I'm just telling you what text you get.
All right. I get 3 texts. One from Rid. What was the first text? Sorry, I had
First text. Okay, it's okay. The first text was an address.
All right.
You know it's outside of Gotham because it doesn't have any street numbers on it. You have no idea what it could be. You've never seen
Right.
this address before. The other
Okay.
2 texts are from what you think to be Invictus contacts. You're not sure who they are, though, because you're not too familiar with them.
All right. What do the 2 other texts say?
It just says, meet at this location.
All right.
That gives an address.
And it's the same address as the
Mhm.
house.
No, not the house.
Okay.
These two, the address that you get from the 2 numbers are different from the third address.
All right. Okay, so I've got 3 different locations I need to go to. Great.
If you wish.
Yep.
Actually, 2. I'm sorry, 2 locations.
2 locations.
Mhm.
So the house outside, then the Invictus meeting point.
But why don't we go quickly to Mistress Tatiana?
And out of character, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. We solved the riddle. You got that?
Yeah.
We solved the riddle. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
the 3 riddles were solved. That's what gave you the address.
All right.
When you solved the 3 riddles, that's the address that popped up.
Well, this is going to the Wayne Tower.
You proceed on through Gotham City, unknowing of what has transpired this night.
Well, I am assuming this is earlier, like
I know
Or
exactly.
during,
This is
yeah.
this is while this was happening.
yeah.
You actually receive the text from Creed as you step out of the car to go to Wayne Tower. It's a massive building. Looking up at it through the rainstorm, it looks even more ominous. Massive 12-story tower with the giant W glowing green for Wayne Enterprises.
There's probably more than 12 stories.
Wow, I give or take. I just took an estimate. A very massive tower.
Yeah.
Offices, technology, you name it. Different kinds of services happen here. You proceed on through the front door, and it is after hours, so security does their whole scan thing. Scan you through. Say, no weapons, ma'am.
I am not carrying any.
Okay. They usher you on into the elevator. sends you to the very top floor. It's a bit of a long elevator ride. No music. Get up to the top. Door opens. You see a massive set of very large glass pane windows standing about a good maybe 10 to 12 feet tall. So you can see a perfect, beautiful view of the city, massively stretching. Very similar to the Invictus Tower, except this tower is actually taller. You proceed on in. There's a very nice fireplace off to the left. Since Gotham City is starting to get very cold, it is November now, so the first signs of cold and chill have really started to come into Gotham City. You see a map, globe, and a few very exotic things kind of here and there posted around the office, and a nice semicircle desk where there is a very large chair with a man sitting on
So is like the office right as you exit the elevator, or there's like a lobby or
it.
something?
There's literally like just a small lobby with a couple things, and that's it. It's almost like a half room.
So there's no door.
The door to his office is open. There's two big doors opened out, and you can see in. This is how you're seeing all this. Basically, you exit the elevator. There's a little tiny waiting room with two sofas on either side, and then you just walk straight into his office.
Okay, so I will still knock on the frame of the door before going in.
He looks up, looks back down, enter.
She'll close the door behind her and go towards where he is. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Tanya, how's it been going?
You know. Shit.
Well, that sounds like another day in Gotham.
Mm-hmm. He's going to kind of lean on his office, like being comfortable to talk. Look, I don't know how you managed to do it, but thank you for the help last night.
He's just kind of sitting, looking out at the rain coming down over the glass, and he says, "I have no idea what you're talking about, Tanya."
Of course you don't.
I have to ask what kind of trouble you're in, but I guess that would be none of my business.
Why would you say that?
He pauses and looks at you and he says, "You know why."
All right. Let's talk then. Shall we?
He presses a button on his desk and the door behind you closes. Presses another button. You don't know what that one does, though.
Mm.
Little flying blimp goes by, and you see the window shades start to close, and the office actually becomes very dark, with exception of the fireplace over in the left.
Okay. Is there a sitting place?
There is. Mm-hmm.
Also, we'll sit down and wait for him to join, probably, so they can get the uncomfortable shit out of the way.
He eventually goes and sits down at one of the other chairs. Just looks at the fireplace.
I may have not been very forthcoming the last time we met.
He kind of just gives you that signal to go on.
I'm not sure how to explain this to you, but it's not a lack of trust. And if I'm being perfectly honest, the reason that I can't technically tell you everything that's happening is because I fear that if I do, I will probably shatter your whole worldview and will put both you and myself in danger.
Come now, Tanya. You don't think me that incapable. On the thermal scanners, you don't show up any body heat.
She will look towards the floor, trying to stay composed after that.
I also have noticed several times around you, through word of mouth by others, that you don't seem to breathe. You don't show up on thermal scanners. And in all honesty, with your records as hard as they were to find, that I could barely even search through, as far as I'm concerned, you're a lot older than you appear. So you're older than you appear, you don't show up on thermal scanners, and you don't seem to breathe. Tell me, am I missing something?
Do you understand that this is something that is not something I can openly talk about?
I understand. I'm just telling you not to underestimate.
I do not. Nor do I think you're incapable. After all, how many times have I turned to you when things are dire?
Can't always call on me when things are dire. Not always around, not always available.
I know. I wouldn't expect you to be. Out of curiosity, for how long have you known this?
About you
Mm-hmm.
or about the real world?
Both.
The real world, 5 years. You, couple weeks.
She will appear to recoil for a second because a couple of weeks ago is what happened at the civic center with the
Mm-hmm.
reactor. What happened at the civic center? You didn't have anything to do with it, did you?
No, but that is when I noticed you didn't show up on the thermal scanners. And that was enough to confirm my suspicions.
So the last time, why all the intrigue then, all the talk about hunters, all the... I don't understand if you knew. don't you tell me?
As you said, it's not something to talk about in public.
Does that fact change things?
I don't want it to, but yes, it does.
I see. I guess I should get used to it by now. And actually, she's not even gonna try and hide it. She looks hurt by this.
I'm always a friend you can call on, Tatiana. However, my time will be more limited now.
It's something that just seems to always happen, I suppose.
It's funny how everything seemed to start with that incident down by the museum. I think that was when we all showed ourselves, don't you agree? Sometimes, sometimes, the will to act may get the solution solved, but for every choice, there's a consequence.
And what are the consequences of my choices then?
You chose to start a dance with things that you did not comprehend, as did I.
I didn't know such thing. I didn't choose to be involved in any of this. Things came to me. Am I supposed to just sit by and watch?
And therein lies the true question. If we stand back and watch, we stay out of trouble. When we act, we get things done, but at a cost. For once we unveil ourselves from the shadows, when we step into the light, our enemies can see us.
With all due respect, Bruce, what would you know about shadows? I'm the one engulfed in it. I'm the one that cannot see the light of day. I'm the one that has to lose people I care about every time the truth comes out.
You think you're the only one who's lost?
No, I don't. We all do. But simply losing for being who I am is, well, it's a bit of a kick to the gut, don't you think?
I know that feeling all too well. I knew that when I watched my mother and father killed. And I knew that when I watched the life flow from my family's killer as I slit his throat.
I want to roll to see if he's lying, because
You're
I
welcome
don't believe him.
Go ahead.
So, by the way, did the rule about specialties change?
Plus, it's an extra dice,
Okay.
unless you have a merit.
That means you get 10 again, regardless of having a special.
Yeah, 10 agains regardless, with an extra dice.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
He's telling the truth. Remember, this is Gotham City, set in World of Darkness. Not everything is going to be as it seems.
I didn't know about that.
It's something very few know about. The police chalked it up to gang violence.
Why are
But
you
of
telling
course-
me this, Bruce?
Because I am no longer going to shield walls around myself with you. However, you must do the same with me if there's trust is to be maintained. Can you truly give me your secrets and me yours? That's what friends do, after all.
I can do that. Yes. So, what do you wish to know?
Start from the beginning. Why don't you tell me what year you were really born in and how you became to be what you are today?
1975. In Metropolis. I have not changed my name, so you probably know what my family were. And you probably know that at some point I disappeared. I did not agree or approve with what they did. So I left and I came here. And then someone took a liking to me, I suppose. And whether I wanted or not, I took a liking to him as well. Not by choice or free will, of course, but you know how things are. And so he made me who I am now. Sort of. No, in reality, he made me into a doll, a decorative doll to be looked at. I had no opinions, I had no rights than to just stand there and look pretty. And that was 10 years of my life spent this way. Perhaps now you understand why I don't take disrespect from anyone, or almost anyone, and why my stance is how it is. I do value my freedom because I didn't have it for a long time.
pauses, nods. Then I guess we'll take it one step at a time.
I believe it is your turn.
When I killed the man, I went and placed myself into exile from Gotham. I found someone to teach me things that most people didn't understand. The ways of shadow, the ways of the assassin, the ways of a killer. So I did and trained, and I learned that this teacher and I did not see eye to eye. So I left. Not on good terms, I might add. And now I fear he may be back in the city. I chose to act upon the villains of Gotham. I chose to be something more. But in the end, I have made no progress. In the end, things have seemed to just get worse. So I brought in people around me to try and make the situation better. But we still haven't even really made a dent.
Is there something that I should roll to piece things together?
How much has Hightower told you?
Um, well, he doesn't know that much himself.
Exactly. So there's no
So-
roll. There's nothing needed. There's not going to be anything you're going to be able to find out.
Oh, no, about that, about Wayne.
No, it's pretty obvious at this point.
Am I understanding this correctly, Bruce?
Maybe you are, maybe you aren't.
No, I need to hear it from you.
Say the line in a deep, gruff voice.
He chuckles a bit. And his voice almost seems to echo throughout the room. He says, "Fine, I'll do it just for you guys. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman."
Yes.
And the shadows around you start to condense. The fire starts to become less bright. And the shadows start to close around on you. Until all you can see is a very faint glimmer of red, showing a little bit of Bruce and just a little bit of you. Although you can, darkness isn't a massive problem to you. However, you don't have Auspex. So this darkness is a little bit creepy.
I see. Well, that does explain a few things.
And Bruce will spend a satiety.
What?
And Bruce will open his lair and disappear.
No! No! I need the molecular synthesizer.
The darkness starts to retract and the light comes back. And there's a little note on the chair that he was sitting at.
I'll take the note.
It says, "In case you were here to ask something of me, both the molecular synthesizer and the EMP device have been stolen. The information to find them is located down below. You can ask around. Let me know if you find anything."
Where exactly is the down below?
Well, down below is like it gives you numbers and contacts. Some people you can talk to.
Oh. Nothing's ever easy. So, out of curiosity,
Oh man.
this room is locked down and soundproofed. How the fuck will I leave?
The door, as you're sitting there reading the note and the light starts to come back, you see the door open very slowly. And then as you look down the hallway, which is now dark, all you can see is the light on the little thing up above in the elevator. And even though there's a lot of floors, it's one of those old-fashioned arrow tellers. It's not like a digital light, it's like an arrow that goes back and forth. And the arrow is on the floor that you're at. And all you can see is the light coming through the door. And then the elevator door opens and you can see some light coming into the room now. And other than that, the hallway and the room that the elevator connects to is completely dark.
So, what are the contacts that I'm seeing on the paper?
It says something like Lucius Fox and a few others, just people you can maybe contact to get some information.
Mm-hmm. Well, one shock wasn't enough for this week. I had to take a second one. Anyway, yeah, she will get up and put the note in her purse.
The shadows start to follow you a little bit.
Okay, that starts to get creepy.
And the elevator goes down. It's a slow ride down in a slightly darkened elevator. You hit the bottom floor. You proceed on out. Why don't we go and look towards Lillian? Lillian, where did you go after the fight?
Well, it was probably a hasty retreat, so I'd say possibly the club. Although she knows it's closed down for now, so
Granted, you're head of security.
yeah. The psycho head of security, but yeah, the head of security.
So, yes, one of the security. So you're able to get in through the back, and they see that you're kind of damaged.
Are you sparking?
More like it's white goop coming out of the wounds. Well, actually, I'm not sparking. It's burn marks, and beyond that, not much else.
Some of the security starts to apply first aid to you. Do you let them?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's the situation here?
As you look around, you notice that there's not that Tatiana's 2 bodyguards are not here. They've gone to rest. They've been kind of busy the past few nights. They are just out. They've gone home to take some time off. So it's mostly just standard security here. It looks like everything's been somewhat picked up. However, there's not a whole lot of security here. Well, everything's been quiet over here on our end.
Yeah. I'm guessing the mistress is out.
Yeah, that's correct.
I take up the phone and I text thank you to Tatiana.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have to sit down for a bit because she's tired. She's gonna be working off that bashing damage for now. The ag is gonna take 2 weeks, about a month for it to wear off.
Mhm. And they apply the best first aid they can to you, but those burns are nasty. That's about 3rd to 4th degree
Yeah.
burns right there.
Tatiana will text back to her, I promised you. And that's that, just that. And then she will text to Creed, where are you?
And you'll get text that says, cleaning up your crazy bitch's mess. Next time you send some sort of, or next time you send that cut somewhere, warn me beforehand.
Next time you're going to do that, tell me first.
Oh, and thanks, she almost killed me.
Where did you
She'll
get that
text-
knife? From you.
She'll text back, I'm coming to get you.
P.S. Had another run-in with Riddler.
Even more reason. And she pretty much tell her driver to go to the address where they were.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're not there anymore, I
Oh,
assume.
Well,
Where are Creed, Talon, and Zoe now?
So I'm dropping you off Talon at the docks.
well, I
I
did
literally
ask
took
where
him
you
in
were.
instant action to heal me last time, so it's not like you have to ditch me there.
All right. Well, I'm going to my hunting ground and refilling.
Oh. That's actually okay if you're like we already know what you are, so
Yeah, okay, but where would you tell me that you are?
I'm telling her I'm eating.
Oh,
I'll talk
that's
to
fine.
you later. Second, Zoe doesn't still know where I am.
oh, you're bringing her. Oh, okay, I was gonna say you're bringing her along too. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Creed, do you have flock or...
No, but I got that nice, or I have heard, but more
Yes.
importantly, I got that nice exceptional success long
Right.
ago that says I
Mhm.
can hunt here and fill up fully.
Yep, so you can go back to the fight club and fill up.
Okay, in that case, I'll tell him to come by the house when he's done.
All right. I'm going to eat, fill up, and then I'll pick up Talon. And I guess I'll take Zoe with us.
Wait, you're bringing everyone at my house?
Talon needs to know what's going on.
Yeah, I've kind of ingratiated myself in the group. Zoe's a fucking full-blooded mortal, though. I don't know how you guys want to approach that, but she's
Yeah.
already seen the supernatural, so we've already cat's out of the bag. Now we just gotta do damage
Well,
control.
Yeah,
The thing about
actually-
Zoe too is Zoe is a supernatural human, so she's technically not a full sleeper.
So
That's-
let me
That's-
put
that's
this.
a no.
Actually, Barry, I'm taking Talon. I'm going to pick up Talon on my cycle. Look at Zoe and ask her. So, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
Yeah, Talon will wait to get on the bike for her answer.
I think I've had quite enough for one night.
All right. Well, see you, Toots. You know how to find Talon if you need him, and I know how to find you.
Oof. Talon's like looking all apologetic because he's getting on the bike. Like, just, you did not sign up for this.
I give her a little 2-finger salute and then drive off.
Well then,
Oh, one thing he will do before he gets on the bike, he'll probably like not anything too affectionate with Zoe, but like even like he'll probably try to like hug her or something, like he's seen other people do, and he's just like, if he's able to, he'll whisper sorry before moving on.
No, you hug her and robotically pat her hat back. There.
Nah, man.
she will allow a hug. She's
Yeah, he'll be like sorry.
she's
and talk
definitely
later.
she's off her game, we'll say.
Probably not disarmed, but yeah, I get what you mean. And it's just sorry. We'll definitely talk later. I still have something I have to take care of.
Zoe's probably gonna go find somewhere quiet to cope.
Well, he sat with her and her rifle for the whole time on the roof after that resolved, trying to help her with that. So,
True.
but in the interest of moving on to the next scene, not that stuff isn't happening with Talon and Zoe, I feel like we can cut here.
Sure. We can actually go ahead and cut this scene because it's been going on for about 3:48 now.
Hmm.
So, I mean, for now, if you guys want to continue it in the social scene afterward, that's fine.
Well, yeah, we should.
Okay. Lillian, do you have any declarations you want to do last minute before I end the session?
I'm gonna send a text that I was at the club, that I had to retreat to the club because Matches Malone is out, but something took over, and I hurt.
Indeed, you do.
That's it.
And we will end that session with
Cool.
Lillian sending that text. In pain. Not alone in the darkness, but close enough. Thinking about what in the hell just happened tonight. And I'm sure everyone in the party is thinking, what now? Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another session in Gotham by Night.